I just made us new intro music. There you go.
New intro music. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. We're on. We're live. Apparently, I can see myself in the window, so we must be alive. We're alive.
Oh.
Alive. How are we, folks?
Woohoo!
Hi, chat. Good to see you. Welcome to your Friday night shenanigans. otherwise known as Fallout Australia, It Fell Out Back. What it is, we don't know. We will find out sometime in May. Everyone will find out sometime in May. I don't even know. That's the joy of running this game. I don't know. So, welcome. We are, what is this? This is episode 5, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Yeah, it is. And we are raring to go because there's many things that we need to get through. But first, we shall introduce our cast, and we'll take our usual way of handballing through. So, in no particular order, but just because, I can, let's pick on Cass. Hi, Cass. Tell us all about you and who you are.
Hey, I'm Cass. You would have seen me on Meeples and Dragons Radiant Shadows with Hamish. I've spent a great deal of time. And you notice that due to jet lag, my voice is a little bit funny and I've lost my cat ears. So it's because Taylor Swift's in Sydney at the moment and there's a thunderstorm about to approach. So hopefully Saz can fix this video at some point in time and kind of get me back to my normal state. Back to you.
Yeah, fix it in post. Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously, Shadowmere is not with us this week due to work commitments. It's actually written. Your name's written in the box live on the internet, so we can't really claim that.
No one believes that.
I know.
Deep fake.
So welcome DeeTwenty to our merry crew, and spotting in playing Maise Mayhem Jones. Next thing, Miss Loreman Spoosh.
Hello, I'm Joel, Mr. Loreman. I am playing Dr. Heironymous Spoosh, collector of doctorates and knowledge. I am just pretty much what I always am, confused, lost, but determined to save everyone from themselves. That is me. I will handball and kick the ball out. I'm just going to push my mouse and see where it lands. It landed on Nephthys.
Hi, I'm Nephthys. I will be playing your friendly neighborhood psychotic murderous robot, N.E.R.A, or the National External Retrieval Automaton. I am keen to find me some books, hoping that these idiots manage to stay relatively out of trouble, or at least distract enemies for long enough for me to go and get some pagered goods. And I shall hand the ball over to our lucky last member, Piggles.
Hi, everybody.
And before you get into that, Piggles, we've already got a hydrate and posture check. So,
Woo-hoo!
I'll hydrate.
Thanks, chat.
Thank you, Jack. Once we are all lovely and hydrated, my name is Piggles. I am playing your Roo of unusual size, who has sadly been dealing with a bunch of pesky human-ish oid companions, causing a lot of trouble amongst her fellow people in the Roo encampment, and mostly been a bit of an embarrassment. Looking at Maisie a little bit there. But we've been cooking up some stuff in the background and looking to do hopefully a lot of damage without death this episode. We'll see what happens.
Or maybe without
We will
our death.
indeed.
Well, 50-50.
Okay. Yep.
We'll see.
Okay, so to set the scene, it's been 2 weeks. Our intrepid adventurers have been hanging around the Orchard Hills Roo encampment like a very bad smell. In fact, very much like a very bad smell because of the rotten fermented Vegemite spray which happened last time to cover most of the senior people of the Roo community in said fermented Vegemite goo. So I think skunk, basically. So for a couple of weeks, they've been very unhappy about that smell. And it has been, well, the mood has been disintegrating between the camp, your camp and their community. What you've seen is a little bit of fracturing within the community and a level of escalation of violence towards mayhem. So it started off with, oh yeah, skunk girl and things like that, insults coming out. Then, piece of fruit might have been thrown in the general direction of Maise. And of course, Maise being Maise would have picked the fruit back up and very politely but firmly thrown it back at the person who threw it and hit them square in the face with it. She is, after all, our best person at throwing stuff. Then, it might have gone up, escalated from fruit to honky nuts to rocks. So we're at that kind of rock stage where it's still rock rather than stone or half brick yet. But the mood in the Rue community is fracturing in that they really just want you to get this done and to then, yeet yourself somewhere fucking else. So that's where we are. The team have spent a couple of weeks gathering intel, and they now know that there is a robo-brain, a sentry bot, and a type of walker bot that they haven't seen before, but looks a little bit like a Robbie the Robot Protectron type dealio, but, wonking along, lurching from side to side thing, not very fast. They also know that the bots seem to, at least every 15 minutes or so, go back inside the tower that is next to the vault door of where they want to get in. They've established that there really is only one way through the rubble if they wanted to do a frontal assault. Maybe they will, I don't know. I certainly hope they don't, but, hey, we'll see what happens, won't we, chat? And there's a minefield, and there's some, there's a child's playground with a 70s style climbing ant on it. And we did go into the trauma of the climbing ant last session. If you want to get into my childhood trauma, please revisit the previous episode on YouTube. Other than that, they've been spending a bit of time concocting some concoctions of concoctinous doom, which I'll let them tell you about, and make some rolls to see if it actually worked. And then they need to get onto their planning and figure out, because I'm not entirely sure how they're going to crack this nut, as it were. Because on the other side of the door, the vault door, is all of the explosive goodies that Mayhem wants. And the robo-brain has the key around its neck. So that's the scene setting. It is... What time of day do you want it to be, folks? Could be any time of day, really. I'm quite okay with that. Should it be morning? Could be morning. It's going to be an overcast day because it was an overcast day here in Melbourne today. So that's what the weather was like. It's a bit hot.
Shall we go with mid-morning?
Mid-morning. So
Yes.
everyone's had their brunch.
Yes.
They're up and about. So we're going to say about 11s.
Yeah,
Sounds
that
great.
works.
Okay. About 11s. Okay, there you go. Over to you. I've done my GM-y thing. So, you can do your player thing now.
Excitement. All right, gang. Who'd like to go first with what they've been concocting over the last 2 weeks?
Well, N.E.R.A's is really easy. She's been making friends with an assaultron head, figuring out how it works, taking a look at the mechanisms, making sure that she can do it without looking. She's been priming her usual weaponry. So her pincer arm. She's been scanning the field and just trying to like map out where the mines are. Using her hazard detection mod, just trying to. I don't know why it was Morse code, but apparently it is.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get you to make me a couple of rolls.
Okay.
The first one is going to be a science plus luck. And this is when you're pushing buttons and fucking around with the assaultron head.
What's the worst that could happen? This is going to be great. Okay, so my luck is 6 and my science is 2. So that means I need to roll 8 or under, correct?
8 or under. Yes.
Lovely. Okay, so I got a 2 and a 4. I think that means I
Wow.
won.
Yeah, you did.
Hooray!
So 2 successes. Awesome. So when when you charge up the assaultron head and it has that, boom kind of noise, when the big Cyclops laser comes shooting out of it unexpectedly, you're actually just shooting up into the atmosphere, not down into the Rue of Unusual Size village or into Spoosh or anything vaguely important that you didn't want to incinerate.
Well, that is a big assumption that I don't want to incinerate Spoosh, but sure, let's go with that plan. Yeah.
I'm being kind.
I'm not.
I do not consent to having a laser inside me.
Fine.
I mean, considering our conversations about consent, that's fair. Although we didn't ask for the multi-tool either, to be quite fair as well.
Just make sure that you tell the robots that
Yes.
you do not consent
Yes.
to being shot.
Yeah.
And the other one was, I think, a survival plus perception to see how you go in regards to your bitty Morse code-ness with your looking about town.
Would this be to detect a trap or similar hazard?
It would be, yes.
Huzzah!
I think landmines are something of a trap or similar hazard. Yes.
Wunderbar. Why N.E.R.A is suddenly German, I don't know. So my hazard detection mod reduces the difficulty of survival tests to detect and disable traps and similar hazards by 1, but as I have rank 2 in it, that would mean it drops it by 2. Is that correct?
Correct.
Hooray! And so that was survival and perception, correct?
Correct. So that would drop this to a 0 level task for you.
Oh, that sounds like really hard and stuff.
Yeah, so what that means, for those playing along at home and not for the cast at all who have completely forgotten how the rules work, within the last 2 weeks, if they ever knew the rules to begin with, no, purely 100% for you playing along at home. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A 0 level task means N.E.R.A has a choice now. A choice to not roll and just succeed and know where the mines are. Or a choice to roll, possibly fuck it up incredibly, but every success that N.E.R.A gets becomes an additional action point that can go into the party's action point pool, which is currently sitting at 0 because it resets every session.
I have 2 dice. I'm going to roll them.
You'll roll them. Okay.
So my perception is 7. My survival is 1. So my target number is 8. Hello, Cattail.
That would be Riddick. Hello, Riddick.
Hi, Riddick.
He can't hear you. I'm wearing headphones.
He can
Hang
never
on.
can. It's
Hang on.
fine.
Try again.
Hi, Riddick.
Yep, he heard you that time. He's like, what the fuck? So, how'd we go?
So I got an 8 and a 6.
And what was your target number again?
8.
Right. So, that is 1 success. Except I've forgotten how criticals work.
No,
Ones are critical.
Yes.
yeah, 1's a critical. I thought it was target number or below.
Target number or below, yes. So
But target
8 and
number
a 6.
is a
Oh, sorry,
crit?
8 and a 6. So you got 2. Yeah.
Yes.
So that adds 2 to your
Group action points.
Yep, to your group action points. Unless any of those were any of your tag skills, and if you rolled under your tag skill, that is also critical.
So survival is not one of my tag skills. No.
Okay, cool. There you
Excellent.
go. So 2 action points in the pool.
Excellent.
And you are now absolutely aware of where all of the mines in the minefield are.
Yep. I have
And
mapped
so
them with
times like
my Morse
this,
code.
I say to chat, was no one thinking to maybe buy me a complication at that point in time so that I could use it to, disguise where the minefields might be? But,
That's right, chat. You can use your points to buy complications or stim packs or robot repair kits. Take a look in your points menu there for all manner of shenanigans against our shenanigans.
Yeah.
Please buy us all the complications. We thrive on chaos.
No. I think she meant robot repair kits.
No,
That's what she meant, yes.
No, I mean chaos.
No.
Bring us chaos, people.
All right. So yes.
Thank you, Saz.
I am missing something here. I better put my glasses back on. What am
Our
I
lovely
missing?
producer may have just bought us a complication.
Oh, right. Okay.
This
Awesome.
will be remembered.
Hang on. Bye, Riddick. Don't stand on my keyboard, dude. Oh, he's back. That didn't take very long. Return of the cat. Right. So that is N.E.R.A done. Fauna, what have you been up to?
Fauna's been up to a lot. She came up with a few things. So Fauna has actually been working fairly closely with Spooshy to create some rather nasty plant things. The first thing of those was to use the lovely native finger lime tree that she has planted in the Rue encampment. And with Spoosh's help and a handy trip to the local Bunnings and Flower Power, have increased its acidity. I was about to say acidity to the point where these finger limes are basically going to be small acid bombs that she was hoping to give to Maisie because, quite frankly, Fauna's throwing skills are pretty bollocks. So she wanted to give them to someone who could use them to do some quite serious damage to said robots. That was one of 4, I think, plant-related things that Fauna came up with. Oh, sorry, 3. 3 plant-related things.
3 that I noticed.
Sorry, 3, and then I had another idea. After
God.
after that, the poor team had a very, very long list from me late at night this week, being like, here's all the things that Fauna's come up with. Guys, let's have at it. So, Chris, I'm not sure if you want me to go through all of them or if you want
Yep,
to
do them all,
one
and then
by
we'll
one.
roll. But
Okay,
do them quickly.
good. Okay. The next one was creating an unholy combination between the native kangaroo thorn, a bougainvillea, and a wisteria to create a very fast-growing, spiky and dangerous new plant that can grow quickly either into brambles or potentially, as wisteria likes to do, very quickly wrap around stuff as it grows. And the idea is that we could have some place strategically around the Orchard Hills base to help trap up the robots, but also use gorilla seed bombing and basically on impact mix with the fertilizer and go spready, grow, spiky. The other one was creating giant sticky piri, which are basically like little giant balls of spiky gooey stuff. And when they land on impact, they secrete a very sticky substance which spreads and gets incredibly tar-like very quickly to gum things up and to slow things down. To give us a little bit more time against said robots. And the last idea was that the Roos have basically an anti-aircraft gun on a trailer.
That was number 4.
That was number 4.
I did mention that they had a quad 40 millimeter Beaufort's gun. Yes.
Yes. So we have negotiated to move that lovely gun, and one of us is going to use it during the assault to help take out the robots from a distance, because Fauna is like, look, I'm a tank, but bollocks to the frontal assault until they're seriously injured or there's only one of them left.
Okay, so what we are going to do is that declaration will be, he looks in his book, intelligence plus science for all of the biological weapony mayhem, because let's face it, this is Australia and there has been absolutely no problem with introduced species or fucking with our flora and fauna ever in this country. None, and you'd be a fool and a communist to make that claim. Just look at the prickly pear in my front yard. But anyway,
and cane toads and
yeah, rabbits.
Yeah.
Just fucking rabbits. Yeah, rabbits, people, rabbits.
So just do one dice roll to cover all of them.
No, each one.
Oh,
I want to see if each one's going to work.
Oh,
and then
God,
you've got to
okay.
convince but Spoosh can help. So Spoosh will be assisting
Good, because I think Spoosh's intelligence is better than Fauna's.
with also a int plus science roll. So yeah.
Okay.
you can do it.
Well,
So remember, an assistance roll means Spoosh gets to roll 1 die rather than 2.
Great. Because Fauna needs to get under 9 with her science and her intelligence. And her first rolls were fails.
I know.
So, because Fauna was really hoping for those finger lives. So, Spooshy, please help out.
Remember, you also have 3 action points yourself, and
I
there
know.
are 2 in the kitty.
This is true, but I want Spooshy to help first.
Yeah, well, Spoosh will only be able to make 1 success.
I can't save the whole wasteland.
So he can only help once
1
across
die.
all 3?
No,
Yeah.
1 die to add.
Okay.
So, and if you have a target number that I have set you of 2, where you need 2 successes with Spoosh's
yes,
assistance,
sorry, I missed
you
that
are
bit.
still going to fail. So
Okay.
you need to either burn some luck here,
Yep.
or you need to burn some action points. But either way, you got to burn something.
Okay.
If you want this to succeed, you can, remember you can reuse 1 luck point out of your luck pool to replace a die that you rolled that was no good. Or you can spend 1 action point to get 1 dice, or was it 3 to get another one? I can't remember. It's been so long.
Yeah,
I
we just
can't
go.
remember.
That's
3
okay.
for it's 1 for 1, then 3 for 2.
3 for 2. Well, we'll go with 1 to start with and hope for the best. Oh, thank God, that's 8. Spoosh, can you also roll your assist, please? And we'll see what we get. Hope for a success.
I have rolled a 7 with my phenomenal intelligence of 10 and my science of 3.
That would be a
Huzzah!
success.
Yay, 2 success.
Is that and your science is a tag skill, I recall.
It is indeed.
So is
Cat
Fauna's,
fight.
actually.
So what's your science skill? Was 3, was it? So
It is
it's not
indeed
under
a
that.
3.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Not good enough. All right. You have made just enough.
Thank God.
to make the finger limes work. So the finger limes work.
Yay!
So you get 4 of those plus 4, if I recall. So let me roll those for you. And that would be 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 4. You have 9 finger lime bombs.
Awesome.
And I know it's a pretty good roll on my part.
Put them in Posy's basket to carry with us.
All right, next one.
Okay.
Let's move it along.
All right, it's going to be the unholy trinity of thorns.
Yep, so let's do the thorns thing. Same deal.
Yep, that is 1 success so far. And Spoosh, do you want to roll an assist and see how we go?
Absolutely. I have rolled a 10, so I've still not beaten my tag, but my monumental intelligence has helped.
All right, so that is a success. You have your thorns. Now, from memory, I said you only get 2 dice plus 2 with the thorns, which is 4. Yes. I'm rolling really well for you lot. So you get 4 thorn bombs.
You can just keep rolling for us in total, I think. I think this is fine.
And the last one.
The last one, the giant sticky piri-piri for our sticky bombs, basically.
Yep.
1 success. Spoosh, over
You
to
need 2.
I know. That's why I'm sending it over to Spoosh to hope for the best.
I rolled another 7. Once again, I saved the wasteland.
All right, and this one you get 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 4 is 11.
11 sticky bombs. Heck yes.
All right, of the sticky bomb variety. Right, so you need to convince the Ruse to they understand the importance of it. They're with you. They agree. However, they are going to sell the ammunition to you.
Ooh.
Now, they're happy to let you fire away as much as you want to and then tally it up afterwards.
Will they allow barter for some of the things we find inside?
Yeah.
Good. And then I'm okay with that.
All
Unless
right.
anyone else has any objections, I am totally fine to barter for things afterwards.
So, yeah, Stingray is like, yeah, mate, yeah, that's all right. But, you know, you break it, you buy it, and, you know, whatever, you know, you fire off, you gotta pay for that afterwards. So they're not going to limit how much ammo you have. They'll just give you the ammo. You can just go to town, and they'll just be sitting there going cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
Fauna will turn it into a decorative planter piece if it breaks, so they can have an attractive accessory using some of the various offcuts that she has of some of her more interesting plants.
Oh, right. So, done. Spoosh. What were your intentions, apart from the fact that you've been helping Fauna?
That was never my intention. I was trying to foil Fauna's plans. I just did it terribly. I was hoping to get our Robo-Spear and experiment with the idea of not only just if we launch it at a robot and like doing damage, but just really can we infect the robots with some sort of virus or sickness? Whether it be some sort of reality-bending metaphysical virus that I may or may not be responsible for creating, or just a regular computer virus. Spoosh is open to all that. He's free-forming. It's like a jazz.
N.E.R.A is very far away from Spoosh at this point.
So, well, you already have DBBS that you have created. So you
Allegedly.
could weaponize that even further.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like distill the strain down to be more virulent.
Mm-hmm. I would like to do that and not think of the consequences.
Okay, let's do that. That's absolutely.
Let's do it while the DM has a complication.
While the DM has a complication.
Love this. In that we've got 2 sets of genetic experiments, both that can go horribly wrong because there has been no testing whatsoever.
In the post-apocalyptic wasteland, there is no ethics board.
No, not at all.
It's more an ethics plank. With nails through it.
So the kangaroos have assembled
that you
the ethics
whack
plank.
people over the head with.
All right. Dear Dr. Heironymous Spoosh, you are about to embark, and I need to get my radio and ASMR voice here. You are, dear sir, dear doctor, Doctor Spoosh, embark on a groundbreaking scientific discovery here of how to take a already quite diabolical little pathogen that you have created and make it even more dangerous and diabolical, just so you all can get some stuff that you're not even sure is there behind a big shiny door.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you test the
Okay, cool.
hypothesis.
If we're good with that, then roll them bones.
Excellent. What would you like me? What am I rolling for?
You would be rolling, I think, intelligence and it'd have to be science again, unless you want to roll survival.
I
just because that's something sensible.
No. Survival is if it fails. Science is to see if it works.
For science.
All right.
All right. And I have a complication.
So I have rolled a 10 and a 2. And the 2 getting me my tag.
Right. So that means you have 3 successes. All right. You can add, because you needed 2, so you can add an additional action point to the total, or you can add an additional combat die roll for the virulence.
I want to increase the virulence as much as possible.
Okay. Can you roll that? So you got your combat die?
Ooh. Spoosh will mutter to himself as anyone who asks him this. Like, do not worry about the virulence. Knowledge is the antidote to fear. And I have rolled. I've forgotten what the number is. I've rolled the happy face. Just need to remember what the happy face does.
You've rolled the happy face. The happy face is the effect.
Excellent.
So that's a good one. All right. So I need to jot down some notes here as to what's going on. But yeah. And I think I'm going to throw my complication in there as well. In fact, come on, you knew I was going to.
Yeah, I knew it was coming.
I would have been disappointed if
not. This succeeds. Spoosh, you have succeeded beyond your wildest dreams.
Uh-oh.
You have so weaponized this thing that, even looking at it is dangerous. You have made super mutant DBBS.
Sounds like a delicious drink as well. I could market this.
Yeah. You wouldn't want to, though.
No. This is my crowning achievement for now.
So we've got super mutated aerosol delivery, deadly to even look at without, I'm just making this up as I go, cool shades.
The goggles do nothing.
DBBS. The drippy buzz shakes. So there's SMA SMAD.
Smadbus.
SMAD T. Okay, that doesn't mean anything. It's Smedtilla Wookusbuds. Yeah.
Patchy.
Smedtilla. That'll work. The super mutated aerosol delivery deadly to even look out without cool shades DBBS. Because in this game we go for very descriptive names and acronyms. Righto. Well done, sir.
Thank you. I have no doubt the Wasteland will remember me fondly.
The cockroaches or the radroaches that survive? Sure.
feel like
You're
rest of us have considered-
assuming they're going to survive. Oh, and how many of these do you have? Because they're bombs.
Oh no.
And hang on, I've got more than 4 dice I can roll because I made my own. Because
That's right.
you
Been
know,
real nice playing with everybody.
yeah.
because when you got a
think-
complication like this, you really want to lean into it.
I feel
so-
like the team is going to insist on very strong containment.
Oh
Yeah.
god, so now we're our own ethics board. Come on.
I am rolling really well today. That's
I'm
1, 2,
concerned.
3, 4, 5,
So
6,
am I.
7, 8. You have 20
Oh, Jesus.
What?
of these super mutated, absolutely deadly to look out without even wearing cool shades. Little bombs. Oh, they're tiny, by the way. They're like Pez sized.
Quick question. Is Posey's very good at throwing and slinging things, isn't she?
Only if it's backwards, because her arms only work backwards.
Yeah, I've just had an idea. Thank you.
Okay. I guess I will find out what that idea is later. Yes, her throw
Yeah.
is 4. She's actually really good at throwing stuff because she's a posty robot.
A yeet
Mhm.
bot.
She is a yeet bot. That's what I was thinking. I like Posey, darling. You're going to be very, very useful to us.
For not Cass, Posey is a shopping trolley with an R2D2 unit on the front and the arms at the back so that she can throw packages in and out whilst delivering them as a postie bot.
She's the ultimate Amazon dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, sadly.
And finally, all right, so we've done all you lot. Mayhem.
Look, given the throat infection that Maisie's picked up and the roughness, I think Maisie's going to be spending quite some quality time doing research and understanding explosive better. So she's gone out and got all the 90s movies and been watching Demolition Man back to back to understand it. Currently has got a beret and fingerless gloves and is taking up knitting and has understood the stylings of Sloane. Cass, you're welcome. For future funds, and has come up with a number of plans.
Nice.
Has been looking out at the maps of the minefield and has been trying to build her own replica of it with kind of just bits and Vegemite tins, and is trying to get little chips and stack how many landmines we could put in front of it to blow up the house. It seems to have kind of just gone into, tiddlywinks. It seems to have gone into that as a more of a strategic planning thing. Not sure if I'm supposed to be doing anything more useful. Oh, and has also come up with a cheesy Vegemite spread, which technically isn't an original idea, but if you take cheesy and put IE on the end of it, it's a new kind of like marketing term. And if anybody doesn't like that, she's going to have sharp words.
Okay, cool. Practicing the minefield thing, though, what I will do is if you do decide through, I don't know, sheer chutzpah and bravado to charge through the minefield, because Mayhem has been studying the minefield and playing with it, I'll give you an extra die to throw to not stand on a landmine and also to collect them as you go. Got to collect them all.
Well, you just said we have a robot that's good at picking things up. So safety first. I'll give them a knitted pair of gloves for when they're picking up, because picking up explosives carefully is very important. And if
Posey
that
would
doesn't work,
actually
I'll give it a long
really
cigarette.
like that.
Well, no, we'll kind of put a long cigarette kind of holder in its mouth and occasionally just light things. So it has that kind of French je ne sais quoi thing about it as it picks up mines. It'd be fine.
Okay. And what do the gloves look like?
Or the
Just
fingers.
the style and the line.
Knitted fingerless gloves at this point in time.
Colour?
They're not quite black, but they're an off shade of kind of like puce.
Puce. Okay. Weirdly enough, Posey would actually like
Not
that.
quite black and puce. There's a little bit of a breadth in between those two colours.
Well,
Just putting it out there.
Look, no.
Puce
and
is
in my
not quite
own
black.
terrible defense, it says I like doing things at night, so I wasn't kind of sure what was going on the wall, and it kind of looked a bit dark at the time. And in the morning light, because you've woken us up early at 11 o'clock, which is deeply upsetting, I'm not going to admit to using puce. So it's like, hey,
Cool. Oh, yep, I'll buy it.
All right. So you got your stuff.
Yay!
Have you got a plan, or you're ready to go? Like,
Have you even met this group? No, we don't have a plan.
Fauna surprisingly does.
Okay, one of us has a plan.
fucking what?
Granted, Fauna came up with this like 2 days ago once the Bofus was secured, but but still, basically the plan is shell them from a distance, launch the now successful virus at them with Posey's assistance, and the rest of us also do what we can to trap and throw from a distance. So using what we can of the sticky bombs and thorn bombs to slow the path so they can't move quite as much, but also hopefully block their entrance temporarily into hiding inside the building.
Well, I have one addendum. Why don't we use the gun to blow the front? Not blow the tower, but blow the front of the tower up, the ground in front of it, so that there's like a foxhole, so they can't get in there.
As long as if you're happy to risk bringing down the building, sure.
Wait, just to be clear, aren't we supposed to be getting the building rather than destroying it and like 50 kilometers around it and making it radioactive? I just want to be clear on the plan. We're going to shell it from a distance.
Yeah, everybody, think of the collateral damage that we could cause. Be careful.
So we want to shell them on their outer arc and stop them from being able to get into the building. That was my idea.
Yeah. So, and again, just for historical reasons, we don't seem to be wildly successful in previous missions doing this sort of stuff, right?
I think we've given this a solid attempt, really. So
they're still
luck.
alive. Count that as success.
Sure.
I mean, N.E.R.A's been around for a while, so there's got to be some degree of success at the things she's tried. Just maybe she hasn't tried this stuff.
And, we haven't had such a big gun before, so who knows?
Look, I appreciate the approach, and I think that it's really important. But I appear to have annoyed all the kangaroos around us, so destroying their new future expansion plans seems to be a little bit problematic, I would say. I think we should go with plan C, which is we make it up as we go along and walk up there and offer them shares in something and then subterfuge our way in by murdering people. Does that work with poison things?
You want to offer 3 robots timeshare in a Venezuelan holiday home? Is this what you're thinking?
You say the word thinking, and you put emphasis on. Wasn't quite sure that I'm less of a thinker, more of an action hero that is looking for that slow motion run scene. So look, but we got loads of explosives, right? Can't we? Yeah. And one of us is a scientist. Can't we sell the scientist off to get in and then use that as a ploy? We found a scientist. Would you like him? He's lovely, and the things he's been making in a laboratory where he needs sunglasses is not at all lethal to you or anybody inside. Honest.
Also, look at his gold lame shorts. Shiny distraction. We run through.
Wait, hang on. I'm starting to suspect you're talking about me.
Yeah, Spoosh, you're going to be a undercover decoy.
Yeah.
Using your powers of persuasion and intelligence to help you get inside.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the undercover decoy, though, seeing as you blend in amongst the other
too
kangaroos?
Big. Well,
Yeah, but everything else is big around here.
But you're closer to robots than I am, apart from N.E.R.A.
Yeah, but have you seen what they do to other robots?
No? Do you have any instructional videos on it?
I could get my Pip-Boy out and it's like, I feel like I probably do.
And at least shows a recording of all of the robots that we've been seeing across the field. So there's a whole debris field of robots around the nearby area that we believe these things have destroyed.
Yes, that is true. The Liberator Mark 1s.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. To protect their identities, we'll put a little back strip across where their kind of eye stalks are, so we can't really readily identify them as we watch the video. It'll be fine that way.
Who's spotted the Liberator Mark 1, so we can't show you its face.
Yeah, that's right. So, we care. Your privacy is important to us.
So very on point because of the break audio today. Right. So can I have a bit of a basic summary of what the fuck are you lot going to do? You've got the map up there on stream right now, so you can your target is where Robbie the robot is.
Yep.
You are down the bottom. The Bofors gun is there. It's about 150 meters from Bofors gun to Robbie across clear ground. The minefields in the clear bit underneath the playground.
Mm-hmm.
And what we know from before, just to jump in really quickly and for not Cass's benefit, the ruins that we can see that go in a bit of an L shape just before the building that we're trying to get to, that's what we've worked out over the last 2 weeks is the best cover to get us as close as possible to the building without getting seen and unalived.
Yep.
So our initial plans were not to do a frontal assault.
But that is because you are all intimately aware if you did, a sentry bot will kill you.
Yeah.
I'm concerned with your use of past tense in that statement, though. Please rectify the situation, Fauna.
Fauna's being very practical. There's where most of us are fleshy and vulnerable. So yes, the idea originally was to do things from a distance as much as possible to whittle down their numbers, but without preferably destroying the building, as not Cass rightly pointed out, preferably. So remember,
it's a bunker. It's a vault underground. It goes into the underground.
Yes, but what I was going to say is we don't want to destroy our chance of getting to it if we've completely rubbleized the top.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, the ruse might be inclined to help us, but then they might also charge us more for the loot.
Is a fair question on the ruse. They mentioned something about charging us bullets. Do we get flybys points for every bullet we use? Is that the way it works? Because you mentioned
we can
Bunnings.
Probably arrange something like we're going to do a trade-off sort of thing. So long
feel
as it
like
doesn't
if we
involve
don't-
Vegemite.
If we don't pay, there will definitely be flying involved. It may just be our body parts in different directions.
Okay. Another pointless question to ask. Looking at the map, which I've studied for many days, and worked out stuff. If we set fire to stuff, like a lot of stuff, and cause a lot of smoke clouds, can we use that as cover?
I think they could see through it. It's because we found out that N.E.R.A could see pretty well in other spectrums.
Yes.
Can we do non-scientific testing in front of N.E.R.A to see if, like, talcum powder aftershave somehow, throws off her senses?
Just so you're aware, my sensor array may not be the same as their sensor array, but I'm happy to help.
Look, I mean, due to the insensitive 90s movies I've been watching, right, we don't really consider, we just basically generalize an awful lot because it's easier that way. So I'm sure it'll...
Hashtag not all robots.
Because I'm sure if it works on you, it'll work on everything else, right?
Sure, yeah. And N.E.R.A will just look over at Fauna and go, this is going to go really well.
What if we tried every attempt at once and just go for pure numbers? So we shoot the giant gun at them while Posey throws the fruit. And when all of that doesn't work, we use my science and win. And then we all claim equal victory.
Yeah, this is going to go real well.
Yeah. Look, I do agree with that. Just Spoosh has to come up with the containment suits afterwards to protect us from his bloody super mutant drippy buzz.
Yeah, I'm not going through that again.
No.
I feel like we have antibodies. We could...
You won't. Because this one's deadly.
Oh, cool. Yeah, no.
Yes, that's why no. That's why he needs to
why
get his
no.
containment
You need to be clear
afterwards.
about the deliverables you want. You said you never wanted to have to go through it again. I came up with an answer. Just because you don't like the answer doesn't mean I'm wrong.
You'd only go through it once more.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, and
Still
all
no.
hands on approach. Throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, and leave the drippy buds at the end.
All right,
I
I'm
feel
going to
like-
move you along. Give me an answer. What are you doing?
Shooting the artillery gun.
Yep.
To try and either inhibit movement through the area or shoot a couple of them.
Yep.
Preferably shoot a couple of them, and then use all of Fauna's and Spoosh's without the drippy buzz stuff and any throwing shit we have at the actual things to try and whittle their numbers down. And then once we get them to a certain point, if they're still standing or moving or still a threat, it's on like Donkey Kong bitches.
Okay, might I suggest a slight modification to your plan?
Involving Maise's
In essence,
fragmites?
just doing that in the opposite order. So getting someone closer to throw stuff at them so they're not moving when you're trying to fire the big gun that you do not know how to fire because none of you have artillery skill.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Which will necessitate one of you getting a little bit closer to throw said bombs. And, of course, our throwing person is Mayhem.
Also, it is Posey, so
Yes.
we can have two people doing the throwing. So Posey the yeeter.
Pincer attack.
Yes.
Posey can only throw backwards.
Is
So
that an issue
N.E.R.A
if
will be
someone's helping?
Posey's eyes and going vector up 40 degrees east.
Yes.
Right.
So,
What could possibly go
she's got
wrong?
tiny, spindly little arms. So she can't throw things very far. She's very accurate at throwing parcels at doors about 10 meters away.
she has mittens as well, just to be clear.
And she has very cool fingerless, puce-colored fingerless gloves, yes. Whilst doing
Makes
it.
all the difference.
Great.
Style over substance every time, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Well,
so-
you didn't say she could only throw 10 meters or so. That changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
Spindly little arms.
Do we know the
she's a
the
robot.
actual effective range of any of the weapons on the bots? Like, if we're able to identify what they're geared up with?
Yes, okay. Wow, a fucking sensible question from Spoosh.
Why do we have to add the last part in? We could have just left it as a sensible question.
Well, I feel like the qualifying part of the
Yeah,
statement
fair,
there.
valid. I mean, it makes it more impressive, I guess.
The sentry bot has a minigun and rocket launchers.
Cool.
Because you would know this from your time in
Surveillance.
the exclave. The exclave, though, those lovely, lovely people at the exclave. You would also know that the robo brain, which is the one that sort of tooling around on laser and got a little tracks. That's the word.
The future of humanity.
And has the brain in the jar on the top. That has lasers.
Freaking laser beams on its freaking brains.
And a thing called a mesmetron. Mesmetron. And they can self-destruct.
Ooh.
You know that much. So they can blow themselves up. And finally, the last one seems to be carrying some kind of laser rifle, the humanoid one, but you don't know about that. So yes, they have range on you. If you were to run up and get caught. So you would need to snack through the buildings down the bottom. So the buildings up the sort of toppy bit.
Yeah.
and
then throw from there.
Yeah.
Basically.
Would that increase any of Posy's potential distance or not so much?
If Posy wanted to go crazy ass wheeling backwards about halfway across the road in a gung-ho Rambo style.
No, that's not what I was talking about. I was meant from the roof.
Oh, there is no roof.
I thought
all those ruins are
okay.
like
rubble.
Low.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. Sorry, I was thinking there was a roof. Okay. No, that's fine. I don't particularly want to risk Posy, not particularly when she's carrying all our lovely. You do have
Kai though. Kai's pretty good at chucking shit.
Well, let's take advantage of Kai then. So if we want to have Maisie and Kai throwing a mixture of our things together, and then that would leave one of the rest of us to do the Bofus gun. Are there any, apart from, the artillery skills, are there any other skills so we can pick the best person for the Bofus gun?
Oh, I did write it down. Hang on. That's kind of meta, but, okay.
Well, I imagine it's a big gun.
Well, it is going to be, I wrote it down.
It should be like endurance?
Big guns plus agility or luck. There you go.
So who's got good luck or agility?
I've got 6 in luck and 5 in agility. I don't think this is me.
Oh, but that would be so hilarious.
It would be, but I've also got an Assaultron head.
Joel.
Yeah, no, we need your Assaultron head to also go boomy boom boom. What does
comments
Spoosh
out
have?
Of context.
You're welcome. Anyone can clip that.
I give good Assaultron head. There you go.
We'll
Take
just edit
that,
the two together.
Robophiles.
It'll be great.
Let's just make it worse. The Cabbage Patch Kid gives good Assaultron head.
Yes, and there we go. Demonetized. Thank you very much.
Spoosh, what have you got for agility and luck, please?
A lot of ambition. I have 5 luck and 5 agility.
5 agility and 5 luck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
So I've got 4 agility and 7 luck. So maybe Fauna goes on the big Bofus gun and we hope for the best.
I don't know what's more funny, the Cabbage Patch Kid
or the big kangaroo?
Or the kangaroo on the big gun.
What if we put the kangaroo on the big gun and put the Cabbage Patch Kid on the platform of the kangaroo?
On the big gun.
Terrible Megazord.
And then go for the using the Assaultron head. Yeah, sure, why not? As long as I've got a reasonable line of shot.
Just because that looks so silly in my mind.
It looks pretty stupid in my brain too, so let's go for
the mental picture of a 7.5 foot tall kangaroo on a quad Bofus gun with a 2 foot tall Cabbage Patch robot sitting on the Master Blaster thing, propping an Assaultron head on the kangaroo's head to stabilize.
Yep.
Yeah, and we probably rigged up some sort of strap so it doesn't fall off Fauna's head too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, we need some art of that.
I feel like the
Okay.
universe needs it.
I'll allow it.
All right. So, all right. I think we've got a workable
Just for the
plan.
ridiculousness of it all.
And then I think that means that Spoosh will be kind of waiting in the wings for a little bit until something.
Well,
Until
what's your
you have
throwing
the,
like, Spoosh?
That's a good question.
Physically, terrible, but I have the ability to throw every possible science roll I have and ruin it. My throw is 0.
Ah, cool.
Yeah.
Let's not
Spoosh,
do that then.
I think has that robot spear, so when it comes to close quarters, he should be able to do some damage, but we need to take out a few people first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
All right. So
I think we
if
have a
I
plan.
understand the plan,
Such as it is.
such it is as it is, Kai and Mayhem are going to solid snake this, stealth, style, not Gangnam style, stealth style, through not the minefield, because you don't actually need to go through the minefield, up through the buildings, and then with Posey in tow, who has 0 stealth, just saying, with the anti-robot spear, ready to wait and then launch a volley of various biological weapons of mass destruction and potentially Australia depopulating danger at said robots. Then, having moved the Bofors gun across from the minefield to get a clear view straight across the fields, then blasting the ever-living crap out of said robots with Bofors gun from distance, wait for smoke to clear and pathogens, hopefully, and then Spoosh, Mighty Warrior, and Doctor of Many Things, soon to be Doctor of Murder.
Oh no, he's already got that one.
All right, Doctor of Robot Murder charges in with the anti-robot spear. Stabby finish off the rest.
As that plan unfolds, Maisie steps forward in a rather dramatic set of lighting, because it is like 11 o'clock, and says, I see a small flaw in your plan, because I call my character apparently quite intelligent. Robots.
Damn, I
Robots.
didn't
And
consider those.
you've created biological weapons.
That's all right.
Oh,
Yes,
a law check.
Small thing, right?
No. The DBBS, the Drippy Buzz Shakes, was a biological, let's say, happenstance that Spoosh created that can infect robots with biological components to them, which is nearly all robots, because they all use those, gel pack things that, might have been part of, a certain Star Trek series. Just because.
Just to be clear, we're going to launch a murderous attack, and we're going to probably get sued by a number of people because we're using misappropriated terms of mass destruction in the first place.
Yep.
I mean, mismarketing is a very serious matter. So I just want to be clear. Is there any way we can go to local Bunnings, motorize a bunch of trolleys, send them up there as decoys, so we're not going to die immediately in the first place, and then set of explosions that way, so Maisie's not going to be shot in the opening sequence of this?
I know you're in Orchard Hills, so it just depends on where the nearest Bunnings is. I think it's fair
there
hike
is a
up the road.
Flower Power and a Bunnings, but yes, they are a decent hike away. Like more than
and you're already wearing out your wake up
5 clicks.
Yeah.
Like, again, I have no fear of death because
it's not your character, right?
No, I have a fear of another type of death. That's a different thing. No fear of death at this point in time.
hi Kaz, welcome back. Next character.
Yeah, you're a dead shopping trolley.
Motorized one.
Yeah. So look,
All right.
I'm excited by this plan. I can't see what's going to go.
I am intrigued by it. I think there's possibilities as GM. I think you've thought through most of it, which is quite unusual for this doing party, not thinking party. Like very unusual. So let's put this plan into action.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, for our snacky snack people, can I have a sneak plus? Oh, what do I want? What do I want? I think perception. Perception and snack from you, just so I can see how snacky you are.
Sure. I'm going to roll dice and pretend I know what I'm doing.
So what you're doing is you are adding on the character sheet, you are
Correct.
adding the perception and the stealth
Yes.
Or
skills,
sneak.
and you add them together, and you get a number because they're numerical, and that's how math works.
Traditionally.
Yeah,
Science.
traditionally, yes.
Is it really though?
No math, although typically you could technically say that math is a science, and science and math are both philosophies. If you want to get into the deep ontological nature of it all, and I could explain that to you for many, many, many hours.
And you wonder why we get sidetracked.
But so you'll be adding God, I've forgotten what they were. Sneak and perception. Or possibly even agility. Either of those, I'll let you choose. I'm magnanimous in my GMness. And once you get that number, then you have 2 dice, or more if you wish to spend some points on it, to then roll them to get under that number. Yes.
Yeah.
2 dice.
You'll be super happy that I have managed to roll one of those dice under that number.
Okay, so that would mean 1 success.
Yes.
What number did you throw? Did you throw underneath your... If you throw a 1, that's a critical success.
No, it was a
and then
7. So math tells me that's lower than the number that you said. On the upside, because we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, I've got a crit success and got a natural 20.
Oh, yay.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Really good, right?
fantastic. All right, yes. That
So great.
is a complication. And that means something unfortunate has happened along the way.
Chris, let me just stop you there. On the good side is that I talked to Meeples and Dragons before, and they sent me something called the High Roller, which apparently I should use in each and every time. So if you want to go and look on the Meeples and Dragons website, that's apparently a lucky dice.
Yeah.
Thanks,
for the-
Meeples.
For this system, yes. Yeah.
Sure.
You
Cool.
want to roll 20s.
Sure.
I want you to roll 20s. 20s are great.
Well, I just
You're
have.
not-
So, I'm here to help.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do heartfelt,
Hey, and I've also realized I've got 50,000 channel points, so I can do things, right, to us to help.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you like
More
buying more
complications help.
complications.
I feel
Yes.
like
Okay, right, you
your
are.
definition of the word help and mine differ somewhat.
Oh, I think it's great.
Anyway,
I mean-
so apparently Saz is saying get on with it. So please kill, whatever I'm supposed to do next. So I've stuck up.
Right. So the sneak was successful.
Hooray!
Hooray. Okay. We'll hold that there because Spoosh is also sneaking.
Is he?
Yeah,
That's how
Spoosh.
sneaky I am. You didn't even notice. Didn't even see it coming. I have rolled quite phenomenally well. I have rolled a 1 and a 2.
Ooh,
Right, 3 successes. All right, you only need 1, so you can bank 2.
Mhm.
Nice. So what's that? 5 in the
Five in the
kitty at
pot.
moment? 5 in the pot. Doing well. And I will get one of you to roll for Posey because Posey needs to sneak too. And just tell me what you get whilst I find
7.
Posey. 7. All right, where's Posey? Posey is... Oh, and Kai. So Spoosh, you can roll for Kai.
Kai has rolled an 8. Rolled
Okay,
very
so
low.
Posey is a 7, Kai's an 8. What did I say? Yeah, Posey is rattling around Well, it's a shopping trolley trying to sneak. I just leave that image with you. And what was Kai? An 8.
Nice.
Yeah, Kai romps it in, and you can add an additional one to your
pool?
to your thing.
I feel like
Hey,
Spoosh isn't
people?
really sneaking so much. It's just being like, I'm so virulent, don't look at me. And people listen to it.
Yeah. Yeah, he would be so edgelordy that just no one notices him as he moves.
He just walks past and
Yeah.
doesn't even move. He just teleports behind you.
Yeah. So you have arrived.
See, no problems.
Yeah, and what you can hear is the actual robo brain has wandered over, is like towards the doorway. All right, as you're approaching, you hear this: exit denied, Colonel Wayland. Wartime lockdown standing orders remain until countermanded by a suitably credentialed intelligence corps officer. And as you get closer, you hear the same robo brain say, welfare check, Colonel Wayland. You and your squad are 69,130 days overdue on your voluntary health check. Under Rule 303 of Wartime Army Rules, you are required to report any health issues at this time. It waits for about 30 seconds. No issues to report. Next health welfare check in 5 days. Have a nice day in there, mate. And it trundles off. At this point, you realize that it is trundling towards you. And it sort of broadcasts in your general direction. Colonel Wayland, what are you doing in those buildings?
I've got this. Spot inspection. We're looking for rust.
Right.
Rust is the enemy of the professional soldier, as you know, and I want to know why there's rust in this building.
The rubber brain stops, and it's probably about 20, 25 meters away. So, Colonel Wayland, you are out of uniform. Sir, why are you out of uniform?
Again, this is a surprise inspection on rust. The war on rust can never, 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 and I'm going to say never a few more times, never be underestimated. Smithers, go and present him with the robot with some rust.
The robot brain is just sort of stopped at this point. You can see it's kind of processing some stuff. The sentry bot has sort of angled itself a little bit, pointing towards you, but doesn't look like it's arced up as a threat yet.
Can we do the
And they
casual
walk
lean thing where we're kind of trying to lean slightly out of the way of this weaponry? Casually leaning.
Casually leaning on your weaponry. I think I'm going to need some kind of speech and luck check here.
Well, lucky they call me Speechy Luck in my high school books.
I think they just shortened it to Spock.
Some sort of unheard of family nickname Maisie's never mentioned before.
Sure. How many dice do I have around? Why?
So you need to add your speech skill,
Which is a massive 3, unless I cheat and look at it squinting, isn't it?
and then your luck, because this is not going to be charisma. This is amazing.
Why not? It's that was wildly charismatic. I've got an 8 in charisma and a 5 in luck. I'd like to use my 2 8s, which will make 16, just to show how I know how to math. Look, I'll show my teeth.
Oh God, no.
All right.
The robot is scared into submission.
It's a
I will
military
allow you
smile.
to use charisma then. So charisma and speech, add them together. So
Okay.
8 plus 3 makes 11.
Yeah, I'm going with 16, but keep going. I like what you're doing.
And on your 2d20s, you now roll. Now you can buy more d20s to roll with the action points that you have.
Look,
You could buy 2 more for 3 action points.
Look, I'm going to look at the rest of the actual professional cast here know what to do. So I'm going to look for you for guidance and wisdom at this point in time. Come on,
I don't
team.
know
Tell me what to
who
do.
Not Kaz is talking about. Do you guys?
Yeah,
I think
No,
the most
never.
No.
mayhem
No.
thing to do is to look into your heart and go against the exact opposite of what you find in there.
Go against the exact opposite.
Yeah, it's triple negatives.
Wait. I have to pull out a soft rock ballad and listen to your heart.
Listen to your heart. We can turn this again into another musical episode.
Yeah, well, we got to have at least some singing. So thank you, Piggles.
You're welcome.
I, as GM, am going to strongly suggest that you might want to buy extra dice here.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, look,
Because-
you only guest play once, so let's buy some dice because I can see the look in everybody's face that they want to. And by the way, they're not nodding at me or just looking paralyzed. I'm going to buy 2 extra dice.
Yay!
Paralyzed in fear. Awesome. All right. So our pool is down to 3, and that gives you 4 d6 to roll and try and get under 11 many times.
Well, there's a
so
good story and then
many
there's a funny
times.
story.
Is the good story you haven't included your high roller dice in this? Because that'd be really good.
Well, I was really paying attention to everything that the team had said to me about the professionalism and the level of understanding we're doing. So the first roll was a 2. A 2!
A 2 is good. Also, professional cast in their professional manner. Spoosh is there. Spoosh can assist.
Will Spoosh assisting stop Spoosh from enacting his own plan?
I don't know. I have no idea what any of you are doing, ever. Because it's you lot.
Same. I feel like
Again.
that's just across the board.
Yes.
Because while Mayhem is doing this, Spoosh would likely, making sure he has his cool shades on with his lame pants, would be reaching for one of the extremely virulent. God, I'm gonna have to. How am I going to say this? What I've got written down, which I think I missed.
Doom.
Yeah, I had a Smad Dill Quildabibbers, but I don't know if that's it.
Yeah, good enough.
Pez of Doom.
Pez
But,
of Doom.
Yeah, and would be like still averting his own eyes, preparing to make sure that no one else could see, just preparing to be like, I'd like to report a health issue and lifting it up for the Robo Brain to see. Oh no,
Cool.
the virulence has
All right.
infected the DM.
I will allow an assistance roll
Mhm.
for the spurious logic argument of War on Rust.
Mhm.
And then we'll see how the playing around with the thing that can destroy all humanity whilst you just casually flick it around.
Yeah, 1 of 20. I got
So
Yeah.
just to point out, Glorious Storyteller, it was a 2, it was a 7, it was a 9, and another crit 20. Thank you very much, and good night.
Oh,
Why are you
right.
like this?
Okay.
so weapon of mass
we
destruction is
have
coming outside. Good times.
3 successes.
Yes.
The
Thanks,
robot
team.
is listening. It really is listening. Spoosh, I need you to add your additional die if you are going to somehow assist here and not get gunned down by inglorious bloody ribbons by a sentry bot.
All right. It's one of the most important rolls I've ever done. I have rolled a 9, but I don't think no matter how I do the mathematics, that is going to cut it for me.
So that is not going to work with a speech
That is not.
and charisma. All right. The Robo Brain is rolling forward. It's you noticed as you're talking about the war on rust and it's arguing spurious logic,
oxidization,
and all these things. The robot is actually rolling forward. It's starting to believe you.
Yeah, don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling.
There and the sentry bot is up with it, nice and close. They're probably about I don't know, maybe 8 meters away.
Okay. How far Sploosh away from all this? Just out of curiosity.
8 meters away, standing next to you.
Good.
As you two idiots have popped up and gone, hello. And so it's coming forward to listen to the argument that you're making.
Sure.
And you got a good feel, you got a good vibe here. And as you're talking more about rust and oxidation and the necessary of paint and maintenance and what have you, and you can see it's kind of like lifting its arms up and having a look and seeing it's got a couple of spots where the arms have rubbed off and there's a little bit of patina there. It's getting there. And then it rolls forward about 8 meters away with the sentry bot. You haven't seen what the third one's doing. It's kind of hanging back a bit. And then looks at you and goes, hang on. You're not Colonel Wayland.
Let me show you my ID.
Colonel Wayland is inside.
That's what you think.
Colonel Wayland Jr.
Be Colonel Wayland because Colonel Wayland is not a girl.
Well, that's sexist. Immediately, I want your serial number now. You're literally, that sexism in this army is obscene. I'm absolutely Colonel Wayland, and I'm absolutely a woman.
And it raises up its firearms because it's got arms which can fire.
Sure.
Firearms. Yeah. Okay, that was lame. I do apologize. I'm shamed to my family and friends.
Yes.
And hey, guess what? We're in initiative order.
Dun, 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 dun.
Look, I had a good run.
Yep.
I like that we tried so hard to attack from a distance and then it all got ruined.
Horribly wrong. Right
At least
at the start.
some of us are still from a distance.
And I did have an initiative order that I wrote down, but then I moved everything and I have no idea what it is. But I can tell you that the sentry bot goes first.
Of us, I've got Spoosh and N.E.R.A are at the same initiative, then Fauna, then Maise. But yes, I don't know about Kai and Posey in that.
Found it. Look at that. That's awesome. And I just fold it over.
I think Kai and Posey are first, and then it's N.E.R.A and Spoosh.
No, the initiative order is... no, Kai goes first. Kai, then Sentry Bot, then Humanoid Bot, then Robo Brain, N.E.R.A, Spoosh, all at the same time, then Posey, then Fauna, then Mayhem, who rounds up the rear with 9 initiative. Just as a reminder, chat, and of course not at all for the cast, initiative is not rolled, it is static, unless... Well, actually, it's not rolled, it is static, and the person who acts first is the person who fires first, basically. So, you can see the robot starting to lift its arms in a threatening manner. Spoosh, and Mayhem.
I have a cunning plan.
Yeah.
Does it involve a badger?
Does it involve running away and screaming?
Does it involve giving Fauna and N.E.R.A a signal that things have gone horribly wrong? Because that's something we didn't establish.
No, I assumed that if we heard screaming, we'd need to start firing anyway, to be fair.
So you know where the targets are. Fire at the screaming.
Yes.
At the guy with the 20 death pez.
Yes.
Yes.
Fauna's okay if a few humans die. It's all good.
So's N.E.R.A. So long as
Because
their
the
books
Lotus
get
local
damaged.
population center are all humans.
Right, so cunning plan. What do you, I'm waiting for them to know what this cunning plan is.
The cunning plan was to present what is a heavily rusted object to show them the danger of rust, and it being like a satchel of grenades and throw it at them was basically as close as I got to a cunning plan, and then cheat by putting a complication point on the sentry bot because I've got loads of points as I mentioned just to mess you up, DM. So let me just click the button now. Complication for you. You're welcome. And let's make that go.
Right, okay. Neat. So, well, what I'm offering is I'm allowing you guys to attack first. You are going to
throw
get
back
attacked.
grenades.
Just a whole bag of them.
Yeah, I mean, look,
You're throwing those at the sentry bot or the robo brain?
well, the sentry
Well,
bot.
they're next to, kind of
next
next,
to
to
each
each other, so they're within splash damage.
Yeah.
And they're 8 meters apart, away from us.
No,
Always.
yes, they are 8 meters away from you, and they're about 1.5 meters away from each other. And you're throwing the entire bag of all of the explosives that you have.
No, a satchel charge because that'd be silly because I don't want to kill everyone in near proximity. Although it would make a great signal.
Just to list off, there are 6 hand grenades,
Sure.
1 frag mine, and how many finger limes?
9 finger limes, 4 thorn bombs, and 11 sticky bombs as well.
Look, because I might kill, myself and Sploosh, I'm going to look at Sploosh and see what Sploosh tells me to throw. What do I throw? Bag 1, bag 2, all of it.
Spoosh is going to throw his own little pairs at them.
Yeah.
And the pairs. Okay, cool. Well, you've given me a complication. So I
Throw the
think
finger limes.
I'm going to complicate your life by saying when you pull one of the pins of the grenade inside the satchel of the explosives, then you drop said grenade into the satchel of explosives.
Okay.
So you can hang on to the whole lot, or you can chuck the whole motherfucking lot of them.
Okay, I've seen this. No thanks, Grant Denier. We'll reject that offer and we'll chuck the bag and run like buggery.
How long does that happen first, or do we throw at the same time? Because if Spoosh saw that, Spoosh would throw the pairs into the bag.
Yeah.
No. See, I'm allowing the bag to go 100% under my complication.
Okay.
Because you are all in the blast zone. No. Spoosh is holding his pairs separately.
Okay, cool. All right, easy.
That would be too kind.
We died too fast.
In that case, using the catchphrase that Mayhem always uses, like "oh shit,"
Yeah, that one actually tracks.
followed by "she'll be right," as Maisie will then chuck the bag and scream off into cover.
All right, give me a
Also
throw.
tracks.
Sure.
Strength plus throw. Now, throw is one of Maisie's tag skills, so that's good. That's good.
Yeah. What? I've got a 1 in throw. I'd like a better throw, please. Someone lied to me. Someone said I was good at throwing. Why have I got a 1 in throw if I'm good at throwing?
I feel like you've done pretty well. We've thrown this entire interaction between the two of us.
Ba-dum-ching.
Can I?
Nice.
Can I use?
All right. Well, you do have Kai and Posey nearby.
Yeah, but Kai seems to be a hipster as far as I can work out, or a
he's a
Japanese anime character, so it's a bit confusing.
Shape-shifting edgelord robot.
Okay.
Assassin type.
Well, can I hand it to Kai and say, throw in a definitive and inspiring way? Throw. Like you've never thrown before.
And then leg it in the opposite
I was
direction.
Actually doing it as running. It was that inspirational, you've got this.
Because we sure as hell don't. Bye.
All right. Okay.
I believe in you.
Then,
with a Doppler effect as you're running away.
So, handing responsibility to the GM. Yeah, but that's going to work.
Well, throw skills 1. And then what was the other thing I was supposed to do?
Okay. Let's take it out of my hands.
So that'd be 5 after the math.
Piggles.
Yes.
You're going to roll for Kai.
Okie dokie.
Because that way I don't have to. Guy has a strength of 9 and a throw of 5, so that makes 14. So your target number is 14.
Okay. That fell off the desk. What the hell is that one? 1 success.
That's all you need.
Thank God.
I'm going to Spoosh. Spoosh, what are you doing in this moment as we are now into bullet time? We are framing this in a Matrix style moment as you can see Maise hands off, well, drops the grenade into the satchel with all the biological bombs. Does an amazing back, pass, would make the rugby people proud.
Rugby people?
The rugby people. I don't know what they're called. I fucking
ruggers.
About rugby.
Ruggers.
Fucking ruggers.
That's why people like them rugged.
All right. They rug.
Yep.
I know they, throw a ball around, and on weekends they glass their girlfriends. So hey, that's what I know about rugby. Fighting words, maybe. Hashtag not being sponsored by the N.E.R.A. National Rugby League. Or Australian Rugby Union. That's just toffs who are like aggressive. But anyway, I digress. Hands off the satchel full of impending doom to Kai, who looks at it with... Now, bear in mind, Kai has a broken doll's face.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If it helps, I finger gun him.
As you're running away.
As you're running away, legging it as fast as your little human legs will carry you. Yes.
I was objectified.
Has a look of abject horror and turns, looking like they're ready to pounce, and calls out a number to you, Spoosh. A 32-digit number, which you're going to have to make an intelligence check later on to remember. And you see Kai with said bag of many, many explosives launch himself, itself, their self at the RoboBrain and the Sentry Bot. in slow motion. I regret nothing. Mount Doom. So there you are. What you up to? In this split second moment, you are 8 meters away from implending these bleeds. Implending, apparently that's a word now. So 8 meters away from implending explosive biological nastiness destruction. And robot parts for shrapnel.
I'd like to say Spoosh would run away, but he needs to know, then he won't get a full idea of what his new concoction will do. So instead, he will back away while still maintaining visual contact as best he can. Mostly because the plan I had was to try and say Kai's code name to shut Kai down and hope Kai would stay there with the bombs, but Kai took care of it for me. So Spoosh is just a surprise and just like, and backed away.
Right. Can I also, as you're backing away and keeping an eye on this, you did mention that you had a Pez pill of doom in your fingers.
I did.
Can you make for me a agility plus athletics thing? Because you're walking backwards through brambles and things like that, and stuff. And there's a posy there.
So, just like we had with Notcast earlier, I have some excellent news and I have some not so excellent news. I rolled a 3, which considering my target was 4 is excellent. I have, however, rolled a 20.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
We need new dice, honestly.
Well, did you ever consider why your GM would make you a whole set of dice for all of you and then just give them to you for free?
Hey, Meeples, can we start ordering some new dice? Thanks.
Right. Okay. So you don't trip over anything. You're shimmying backwards. You're going well. You're doing that whole backwards film thing. You can even make the really cool sound effects that go with it. And then you're really, really fucking pleased with yourself, right? It's like, fuck, I'm out of the blast zone. I shimmied back. I've got my peepers on what's going on. And you got the pears and the pill and you tar or something. And turn your microphone off. Because, this is physical comedy. And the Pez dispenser opens. And the pill of doom goes flying off that way. And all the pills of doom and the Pez dispenser go flying off in a wonderful arc of life as we know it ending. Spray into the brambles.
Oh no.
All around you.
Oh no. The fast growing stuff's in there too. Oh
I
no.
feel like the rooms now have a new target for their hate and ire. They just
Jokes
don't
on them.
know
I
it
won't
yet.
live long enough.
And then there is that lovely little sort of frump sound that explosives make before the really big bang. So like that, like a little pop. That's right.
Yeah.
And then as all of the explosives, all of the biological bombs. Yeah, we really do need a kabloomy thing. And I went and downloaded all of the, robot voices and everything. And now we've just blown them up. Like, there is robot shrapnel. There is biological plant stuff. There's a shockwave. There's destruction. There is little peasants of doom lost in the field all around you.
N.E.R.A just turns to Fauna and goes, playing track. There was the earth-shattering kaboom.
Thought you might have gone with something like Paint It Black, Vietnam era. No.
No.
Marvin the Martian to be had, folks.
Yeah, definitely Marvin the Martian.
Marvin the Martian. Okay. Well, there is that crump sound and then a massive explosion. I am going to ask you, Spoosh, to throw me 2 damage die, but don't add them up. Just tell me what you get.
I got 2 happy faces.
Okay. It's a flying spoosh. As Spoosh rides the shockwave backwards, gnarly surf style, and lands something like about 30 meters away in the shrubbery.
Can I make a request? Can he land like face first somewhere near where N.E.R.A and Fauna can see?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nose plant straight in.
No.
Into the shrubbery, and you are going to take 5 points of impact damage and be a little bit unconscious.
Just a little bit.
For a bit.
Okay,
just
that's
a
fine.
touch.
No.
Hey,
Rest of the
Fauna,
cast.
do you think that was the signal?
Yeah, probably, actually.
When the spoosh times 12, you must attack.
We should probably fire the big gun.
And
Yeah,
spoosh.
perhaps we should. Oh, hey,
Yeah.
Spoosh.
Oh, he's unconscious. Yeah, we definitely better fire the guns.
Where's Mayhem?
Do we hear any screaming from Mayhem?
I don't know, do we?
Not
I think we
Cass,
just
do
hear
you
finger
scream?
guns.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm like, that definitely sounds like a signal. Let's start firing.
Oh, I'm going to charge up the Assaultron head.
Do I need to roll anything to try and use this Bofus gun, Chris?
At this point in time, do we really think we need to? Why not?
There's
Throw
one
some
more robot, damn it.
dice.
Right, there is one more robot.
They quite possibly.
We don't really know yet, but we'll bank on,
because
maybe.
there's this kind of little localized mushroom cloud of but it's kind of tinged in a green color.
I really like what they've done with the palette.
Oh, it's like seeing Venus. It's so nice. Oh, see, I knew it was a good time to do this. The stars really came into alignment for today, I reckon.
I have no idea what that means, but let's just fire.
Yeah,
Fire away.
let's
Okay, throw some dice for me. Why not?
Okay. 2 D20. What do I get? I got a 1 and a 14.
And what's your big guns plus? So that's at least 2 successes.
Big guns. I have no big guns plus.
But you have luck.
I do. So I've got luck, which is 7.
All right, so that's 2 successes. So somehow through luck alone,
1 success.
no, you rolled a 1. That's a double.
Oh, that's right. It is 2. Sorry.
So through luck, sheer luck alone, you have butter with this quad cannon thing, which has 4 fire rates, so you can fire 4 times. So you can do another 3 shots at it if you wish. But you're going to do 10 damage as is. And how do we go with our Assaultron head?
Can I see from this distance the third robot?
No.
Cool. I'm just going to go for it then.
There is like a big fireball tinged in green.
I got 2 ones.
Yay!
Well, you got it. So can't see it. It must be over there behind the big mushroom cloud.
Sure.
And it should give us a pretty laser light show as well when it goes through the mushroom cloud, I reckon.
And just to reiterate, it does 9 combat dice damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool. I'll roll that now, shall I?
If you wish, if you really
just
want to.
I need to know. Inquiring minds need to know.
Well, Piggles, you have a fire rate of 4, so you can throw another 3 attacks if you really want. And your damage is 10. 10 combat.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to roll 5
if you
dice.
really want to waste time with this.
Nah, I want to see what N.E.R.A does.
9 with 3 damage. 3 effect.
Yeah, look, I'm just going to hand wave this away because, 3 and done. There was a robot behind the mushroom cloud. It's kind of scrapped.
As the Assaultron head charges up, you just hear from Fauna's head.
And then afterwards, there's a high five happening. It's whoosh.
All right, since this is a human walking robot, all that's left is a couple of smoking combat boots. Because also it was close enough to the blast to do damage as well. Okay, that did not go as I expected it would.
No one got dead, which I was
No one suspects the Chaos Crew.
So what we're going to do now is Kai's dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kai's gone.
The mission is a success. We can go home, everyone.
Spoosh is going to have to roll. I'll figure it out in the break, because we're going to take a break now. And we go to listen to me pretending to be Lawson Johns again for 11 minutes and 24 seconds. So see you in 11 minutes and 24 seconds or something like that. Back soon. I'm Lawson Johns, and you're on Kill FM. Kill FM. Kill them before they kill you. Kill FM. Radio of the Cinders Wasteland. And coming up next is that 1927 hit, Ain't She Sweet, by the Fredbird Salon Symphony Jazz Band.
Hip hooray! I feel delighted. Yesterday I was invited to a swell affair. All the movie stars were there. Oh, what fun! The party lasted till the break of dawn. Famous players turned to cabareters, how they fooled and carried on. Dancing at that moving picture ball. Some scenario, great big stars paraded round the hall. They were Mario, handsome Wallace Reed, stepped out full of speed, and Cedar Farrah was a terror. She vamped a little lady, so did Alice Brady. Douglas Fairbanks shimmied on one hand. Like an acrobat, Mary Pickford did a toe dance grand. And Charlie Chaplin with his feet stepped all over poor Blanche Sweet, dancing at that moving picture ball. Every girl, a handsome looker, had a dance with Mr. Zucker. Mr. Thomas Ince stepped around just like a prince. William Fox and Jesse Lasky both joined in the fun. Big directors mingled with the actors, why the whole bunch seemed like one. Dancing at that moving picture ball. Some scenario, great big stars paraded round the hall. They were Mario, everyone jumped through. William Hart Lasso and Olive Thomas, why she broke her promise. She got a little bolder, shook her wicked shoulder. Pauline Frederick did a foxtrot grand. Why, it was beautiful. Norma Talmadge led that jazz folk band. And 10 bathing girls were there. Each one was a little bear, dancing at that moving picture ball. Dancing at that moving picture ball. Some scenario, great big stars paraded round the hall. They were Mario, Mr. Charlie Ray. Why, he walked the dog and say, Miss Nazimova, Jazzimova. She made a big improvement on every little movement. Fatty Arbuckle did a new dance grand. Called the Turkish bath, lost 300 pounds, I understand. And Dorothy Dalton, a Spanish queen, why she shook a wicked tambourine, dancing at that moving picture ball.
This man is an exclave dentist, an assassin, cleaning the crime scene and caring for his guns. Morning, Rob. Disposing of the body and cleaning his guns. That may prompt you to ask, what sort of industrial solvent is he using? Okay, Rob, show us. Silent C, because it gently dissolves teeth and liquefies bones. Silent C is used by 3 times as many dentists as any other brand of industrial solvent. Silent C, the body disposal more exclave dentists use. And prior to that station message, you heard At the Moving Picture Ball by Maurice Burkhardt. Up next, Pinetops Blues by Pinetop Smith from 1928.
like a rock cast down in the sea. Now my woman's got a heart like a rock cast down in the sea. Seems like she can love everybody and mistreat for me. Now I cooked her breakfast, even carried it to her bed. I cooked her breakfast, even carried it to her bed. Now she take one bite and throw a teacup at 4 pints of bed. I done spend my money till my bank account's done got low. I done spend my money till my bank account's done got low. And she had enough to tell me, pine top, you got to go. Now I combed her hair, even manicured her fingernails. Now I combed her hair, even manicured her fingernails. Every time I get in trouble, she let me go to jail. I'm gonna buy myself a graveyard of my own. I'm gonna buy myself a graveyard of my own. I'm gonna bury that woman if she don't let me in alone. I can't use no woman if she can't help me rob and steal. I can't use no woman if she can't help me rob and steal. Wake up early in the morning, can't eat a decent meal. I'm going down on State Street just to buy me a gallon of booze. I'm going down on State Street just to buy me a gallon of booze. 'Cause my best gal done left me with these pine top blues.
And that's been our show for this evening, folks, out there in the Cinders Wasteland. You've been listening to me, your host, Lawson Johns, on Kill FM. Kill FM. Kill them before they kill you. Be safe. Thank you. And good night. And we're back. We're back. Dun, 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 dun. Back in black. Yeah, we're back. So that was fun. Hope you liked the Lawson John impersonation. It was fun writing the dentist commercial for Fallout, and that's trying to give you in chat the immersive Fallout experience of not Three Dog, and not a local radio fascist. So yeah. But welcome, we're back to give you the what happened last time. If you weren't paying attention, they just blew up all of the robots. Just boom. So they're all dead. Smoking boots and all. That's pretty much all that's left. But at the same time, also spread the super mutated aerosol delivery deadly to even look out without cool shades DDBS in Pez form all throughout the meadow, that the community of the Roos of Unusual Size, who they're doing this to help because they got offside with said Rue of Unusual Size community because they sprayed them with fermented Vegemite and now had promised to clear away the robots, get the treasure for themselves, but allow the Rues of Unusual Size community to expand their community into this area where there are now 20 little Pez pellets in the long grass, in the brambles, in the thistles, which are all going to eventually break down and release their lovely, lovely little deadly toxins.
Fauna has an idea.
Yeah, we've seen Fauna's ideas. I'm not.
Fauna's ideas were really good. They were the only idea that actually succeeded in killing robots.
They did kill robots.
Everybody else's idea screwed up.
So I stand reprimanded. Fauna's ideas were good, but I'm not going to let you clean it up.
I'm not saying I'm going to clean it up.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to that effort, or Fauna's not going to that effort.
Because it's going to take a lot of effort to go, like with a little magnifying glass and. Yes.
It's consider it more of an opportunity for the Ruse as a sort of gesture of goodwill. So one of the things that Fauna does and has, Fauna has an enormous sundew plant, and they are a carnivorous plant that is very sticky. It is unusually big for the type of plant that it is, and it is a succulent. And if you know anything about succulents, all you have to do is pull off a leaf most of the time and they will self-propagate. Now, Fauna has plans for this particular plant that are not really appropriate to discuss right now, but because they're sticky, she's just going to start pulling off a few leaves in the sort of general aftermath before we go into the vault, and just put a few strategically around the area so they can start growing and propagating. And she'll have a quiet word at some point to the roost and be like, look, there's these little things that you're going to want to pick up at some point. Otherwise, shit's going to go a bit south for you. But, I've planted these things. If you give them a couple months to grow, it should be fine. And you can use them with the little kitties to play, find the Pez. Just don't let them eat the Pez. Give it to your nearest, exclave of bastards, and it'll be fine. It'll be a great idea. Just, you might have to play hide and seek in the grass a little bit to get them all. They might not find them all, but it's an opportunity. They're not necessarily going to succeed, but it's an opportunity.
They'll take the plants as payment for the 4 rounds that you fired off from the Bofors gun. How's that?
Sounds good. Yeah, that
sounds
works.
good. All right.
It's a valid plan.
After waiting for the robot remains to cool down and digging through the remains a bit and sort of wandering over the blast site for a bit, you do find the key that was around the robot's neck. And also, I promised to make Spoosh make a roll and then completely forgot what I was going to make the roll on.
To Sploosh's unconscious body, Mayhem will point out, I love it when a plan comes together, and I guess first aid at this point in time. Get up. Is there a medicine check?
Yeah, you could medicine and, I don't know, perception to figure out what's wrong with him.
Sure. I have a multi-tool stuck in my arm.
Yeah. It's what? Do
Helping.
you really want me to roll? But sure, okay.
Yeah, why not? You can only make it worse.
Yeah, N.E.R.A will wander over and goes, oh. Yeah.
I'm not very good with anatomy, but does he have? Is he supposed to have legs?
Yes.
Okay, well in that case he's fine. That's great.
Yeah.
Get up.
Yeah, you can give him a bit of a kick, medicinal, a bit of percussive maintenance.
If I was homicidal, I'd just find one of the Pez and pop it in his mouth because, everybody loves a fresh mint at this point in time, but that would just be apparently not particularly nice, so I won't do that.
Well, it'd be a bit of looking for the death Pez.
No.
Yeah.
Inspired by, N.E.R.A's caring death robot approach, I'll be like, I think he's okay. I
he'll
have to
wake up
say, there was a
eventually.
6 out of 10 landing, though, given the pirouetting was fantastic.
Yeah. No, Spoosh does wake. So you're awake, Spoosh. No, you're only out for a few
there we go.
minutes. And you, my friend, are going to make me an intelligence plus. Still don't know. It's not really survival to remember stuff, is it? It's not really explosives or lockpicks or medicine.
Intelligence and intelligence.
Repair.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
Office
Repair to remember? Don't think so.
Gotta repair those neural pathways.
I'm guessing the closest we've got for that, there's actually nothing really.
Not really.
For remembering a 32-digit number.
I mean, maybe
One.
science is
Might
kind
be
of closest.
Well, okay, we'll go with science. That's consensus. That seems to work. So int plus science.
Easy, so 14.
Yeah, all right.
So as seems to be the theme tonight. I have some good news and I have some bad news. The good news is I got a 4. Terrific.
Yeah.
Got under my 14. I have rolled a 20.
Right.
I don't know why.
So complication. You remember the number. So that's good. But in typical Days of Our Lives fashion, let's set the wind machine going as Spoosh wakes up, and all Spoosh can remember is a 32-digit number. Spoosh, all your skills for the rest of this session are set to 0 because you have temporary anterograde amnesia because you banged your little noggin. So you... Oh, he's gone. He ran away.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Temporarily lost him.
And Nephthys is now Mr. Loreman, and I'm in the middle, and this is no good. But yeah, Spoosh has amnesia, so all his skills are set to 0. Because you can't remember.
Okay, he's having a mental blank because of said amnesia, hence his disappearing act.
Yeah. We'll fill him in afterwards.
Yes.
But you now have key to a vault.
Yay! Let's go in.
Yeah. So.
Well, that
Do you
went
wanna
better than
open?
planned. And
No death for us.
Well,
Win-win.
there's so
For
again
us.
the gothy robot thingy that apparently was important to one of us, probably not me. Its smoking Y-fronts are hanging on one of the walls there.
Oh, yeah, Posey, are you all right? Because, kind of, more.
Yeah, Posey is kind. If a robot could slump, that's Posey. Posey's like, sort of trundling forward
who
a
in the party
bit on
usually says
a rocky
something.
wheel.
Yeah, who in the party normally says something, caring and understanding at this point in time? Anyone at all? Sploosh, say something. We'll say Sploosh, you're the caring one, and when he returns, he can say something caring to the robot because he's now the group carer.
When he remembers his psychology doctorate.
That's right.
sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, poor
Yeah.
Posey.
So, opening the door.
Yay!
As you open the door, because hey, there's a map, and the map is there for chat as well, so they can see what's going on.
Mhm.
And we don't play any meta here at all, so you're going to ignore the bits that you can't see. But you open the door, and the vault door rumbles to the side, and you see to the left you've got like a check-in office. It's got a little seat that sits up against a window, and there's a turnstile, like one of those metal turnstiles that lets one person through at a time. And there's a couple of big slidey doors that leads to the right into an office, and it's all very dusty. As you sort of walk in, it was dark, and the fluoros kick on, but they're doing that really annoying sort of flick, 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 flick thing every few seconds. So it's a little bit all over the shop with the lighting, so it stays on for a few seconds, then it goes flick, 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 then does it clicks, but it's all through the building as far as you can see. And then it'll be on for 5 minutes, and it'll start flickering. So it's kind of random. And Raz has arrived to say hello, and kick things out of the way. Thanks, Raz. Good work. Love your work, buddy. So yeah, this emergency lighting slowly flickers on as soon as you move in. Got this intermittent fluoros flickering, but it's that really stark blue fluoro, right? So like the blue tinged stuff, it's like when it first hits your eyes, it's really painful, but after a while it's good if you're in an enclosed space for a very long time. If you're under fluoro lights for a very long time, the stuff's supposedly good for your eyes. And you sort of see that you've got that office to one side, and then the turnstiles there, and this other office, and you're kind of stuck moving forward because the turnstile is stuck. Against the wall where the glass window is to check in, and it's got that little hole in the window where you push things through. There's a skeleton, and wearing a Australian Army uniform, and it's slumped down. It's got a silenced 10mm pistol in its hand, and it's very obvious that the former person that this was took themselves out of the equation.
Yeah. Fauna, do we at this point in time make any puns about what we're about to go into? Are we a kind of punny group, or do we just have a grim determination?
Are acceptable in every situation.
I don't have any. I was just asking if we do that as a group. So I was just going to start practicing a couple beforehand, and Mayhem's going to look and see if there's any motivational posters on the wall.
Don't practice on Spoosh. It's the explanations are painful, and there is not enough booze in the world.
Can we teach Spoosh just a song to help jog his mind? And I'll start with Baby Shark, just kind of get him back into rhythm to go with the numbers.
We could also try "This Is the Song That Doesn't End."
It goes on and on, my friend. Once you started singing, not knowing what it was, like that one.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've got a pun.
It's one of our favourites on the Fallout Australia It Fell Out back channel. We shall be putting out an album of all of our classics at some point in time.
This place mustn't be important because they've got a skeleton staff.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Fauna thinks it's hilarious because it's a human.
Okay.
Yeah. So, also at the back, you can see there is a gun locker on the wall. In the other direction, like opposite the turnstile.
Okay.
The office itself, very boring. Computers, office, desks, nothing really interesting in there. Yeah.
Does anything seem to have any kind of key card or anything like that? So do we need to search
No.
Mr. Skellington? Good.
No.
Lovely.
The only, well, the vault door sort of only goes about halfway in. You do notice that the back of the door has been very crudely painted with the scene you would see if you were looking down, standing in the vault door looking out, or at least someone's sort of memory of that.
Mm.
And there are scratches in that as well. So yeah.
Human-sized scratches?
Yeah, human finger
good.
scratches. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
bigger is scary. But human scratches are fine.
Definitely human soldier scratches. Yeah. So yes, you have the idea that this person was at least trying to, get out at some point.
As I listened to the complex description of what we were doing, I wasn't really paying much attention because I was watching Demolition Man repeatedly. I'm just going to nick the guns and find other explosive things. And at every opportunity on uniforms, I want to kind of get the patches because that'd be kind of cool. I want that militaresque kind of look, please.
Well, this one has some Australian Army captains epaulets.
Right, I'll have those
on it. With the 2 pips and 3 pips for a captain in the Australian Army.
Great, always wanted those.
So you got those on the epaulets. And not the cheap ones, which are just embroidered, the proper brass pips, and as a silenced 10mm pistol, a bit of pocket fluff and stuff like that. Various bits and bobs of that variety. That interesting, but not really valuable or useful for anything much, to be honest. So, yeah. There is a locked gun cabinet at the back. If you look through the window, though, you can see a button that's sort of, there's a little mini desk-ette in the corner, and there's a button on it, but you can't reach the button because you need to press the button to open the turnstile so you can go through to press the button.
Oh, if only we had someone small who could crawl underneath.
Yes.
You're not that small.
Can we just
it's only a little like.
Are you talking about the
Break
windows
stuff.
only small?
Yeah, the hole in the window is only like,
Oh, the hole. Yeah, let's just break the window and then send N.E.R.A through.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Not
Doesn't take
like
too
a
long, just a window.
complicated 2-hour fishing mechanism where we got magnets and stuff and
Oh,
press
yeah,
stuff.
Rube Goldberg machine. Well, yeah, but that's way too much thinking for this lot. Why think when you can kill?
Harsh.
Harsh, but true. It doesn't. You can smash the window eventually. You've got a Soltron head. Sure.
Hey, N.E.R.A,
You
want to go
could-
pew
Yeah, we
pew?
So, and you're able to lean through and push the button, and One person needs to push the button. You discover that one person needs to push the button whilst the other one goes through. And then someone can be in the office to push the button for everybody else to go through. It's one person at a time.
But if we're in the office and there's a door outside the office, do we still need to why do we need to go there and turn and just push the button and let them in?
Well,
Fauna's
unless you
too
all
big to
climb
go
through the
through the
broken
window.
window.
I'm going to say that Fauna's probably too big to climb through the window, so she at least needs someone to buzz her through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tink.
Safe to say, you can either climb through the window or you can get someone to buzz you through and walk through the turnstile, and you are all past the security gate that is the turnstile without too much trouble.
Yes. And then we are in.
Then you are in. What you find next is, well, the rest of the office. Again, not a whole lot of really interesting things.
What's in the fridge? Whose lunch is in it? And are they named?
Oh, right. So, interesting. There is a kitchen. It's a nice kitchen. It's very well decked out. You got a couple of sinks there, some overhead cupboards. There is absolutely zero food.
To be fair, we've still got like 11 rock melons and a bunch of other stuff, so we're probably still annoying.
To remind you that it was 69,000 and some days since the last check-in.
Yeah, but Tupperware lasts forever. And any copper.
So do MREs.
Tupperware.
Yeah. N.E.R.A's going to hack a computer and try and figure out what the hell was going on here.
Well,
which one? Where are you going? The turnstile office or the other office?
If there is a security office here,
well, that's the turnstile office. Yeah.
Okay. Assuming, would N.E.R.A know to look for an overseer office?
Yes.
Then I would be looking for an overseer's office.
Then you haven't found one. You found the initial security entry point.
Cool. Then I'll go there first and try and hack a computer, open up, trying to figure out what's going on. And most importantly, is there the potential for more danger? Or have we kind of found it?
Cool. All right. You want to do your computory kind of stuff?
So I'm going to assume that is intelligence and
probably science, possibly repair. Repair. Yeah.
I also have perk hacker rank 1, so the difficulty of school tests to hack computers is decreased by 1 to a minimum of 0.
Then this will be...
So intelligence is 8.
A 0 test again. For this...
I think we know what N.E.R.A is going to do.
Security, highly secure, top secret computer.
I also am a highly securityed computer. I'm not really.
That does surprise you, that it is that easy to get into this computer that is in the security office of a thing behind that door with that level of security happening out front.
But also it's humans, so...
And it's got stickers on it saying security eyes only, blah, blah, blah. All that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but humans. So that's 2 successes.
Then you can bank 2 because you got it to 0.
Bank 2.
Guess you're back up to 5.
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
Yes, because we were at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do I find?
So, you find what appears to be a dummy system.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the real system.
Yeah.
It is air-gapped. It seems to be only connected to the other 5 computers in the other room. and the only thing that happens there's a few games of Pong. There is Grognak the Barbarian adventures in the Dragon Desert role-playing game.
Nice.
There's
Spider Solitaire.
Solitaire. There is a Mr. Fluffy the Sleepy Time Goat CD for children, music CD for children that's been ripped onto it with all of the, absolutely classic songs by Mr. Fluffy the Sleepy Time Goat, such as Go to Sleep.
Ears, snoot and paws, snoot and paws.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And, Go to Sleep. No, really,
gift to you,
Go to
Saz.
Sleep. And so on, big red car that you fall asleep in, those sort of songs,
Yep. Yep. I'll just
and that's
call
about
out,
it.
the cake is a lie.
The cake is definitely a lie.
Yeah.
Can you get underneath the cake?
There's a couple of dummy spreadsheets with data about, chocolate pudding or something.
Yeah. No, I think that this is all just a front. It was far too easy. I suspect the princess is in another castle. I'm going to let's have a wander around.
Sounds good. Because it'd be really nice to find like an inventory list of this place.
Yeah, it's not in this computer unless
No.
all that is here is chocolate pudding, and I don't think so.
I mean, if it was any, but the kitchen's pretty bare. Maisie already had a look. So let's go on. Let's go and find what we find.
Well, as you go around the corner there, you wander into this big area full of storage boxes.
Woohoo!
And I'll get everybody to make me. We got. Well, I wrote it somewhere. Now you got parts of turnstile.
I'm checking for traps.
Agility and athletics checks.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That should be easy.
No, really, not Cass. That's what she said.
Gonna use another action point to roll again and hope for the best.
Did you fail?
Oh God, yes. My
Right.
agility and athletics is not good.
As per usual, if you want to spend, you can.
Well, I just did, and that also failed.
So we were rolling agility and athletics, were we?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So
Fauna trips over something or gets her tail caught on something, I think is what's like that.
So Fauna fails as well.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll make an assumption that Spoosh doesn't.
Okay.
N.E.R.A, fail.
That will be a fail with a 20.
Oh, okay.
Hey, whoa, it's my first for the night.
I
For
know.
sure.
You got to join the club.
You trip over Fauna's tail and then something else happens, I reckon.
So there is tripping. And
Knew we shouldn't have eaten those mushrooms.
all the pears.
Oh,
And N.E.R.A goes flying, and the look on N.E.R.A's face as they are catapulted straight into this pile of big metal vault-style storage boxes.
Does she puncture like straight through or does she like bounce off?
And
Spearhead.
the look of abject horror, and you're all sitting there going,
Oh, no.
as N.E.R.A kind of bowling ball skittles through them and pushes them out of the way, and they all kind of tumble down in this plastic, empty, prefabricated, formed, not metal or wood storage boxes, but plastic decoy storage boxes, and then they all kind of collapse and clonk onto N.E.R.A's head.
Ow.
What the bollocks?
Yeah. They're not storage boxes at all. They're props.
Little help, please.
Fauna's going to start like just picking, going until she unearths N.E.R.A. Like, Maisie, just stay out of the way for a bit so I don't conk you on the head.
I'm just going to go into the other room because I'm not kind of sure what we're doing anymore, but I'm looking for stuff.
We're looting
okay.
too, just unsuccessfully.
I heard looting first. So Maisie has found themselves a very large number of prop plastic crates.
Okay.
That are about 1 meter by 1 meter, all stacked up, or were stacked up on top of each other. Now they're on top of N.E.R.A.
Okay.
This is what you can loot.
Okay.
Oh,
And there's the combat shotguns in the gun cabinet at the beginning as well.
Yeah. You've got this, and I'm going to nick the shotguns.
Well, you have to smash your way through the locked gun cabinets.
I'm a master lockpick.
Or you can try your lockpicker skills.
Yeah, yes. That I'm a specialist. I've got lockpick, and it's a tick in it, so I must be really good.
Yeah, that means it's a tag skill.
See?
There you go. All right, you want to do your
skills of a
lockpickiness?
lockpicker.
I'm a lockpicker.
Oh,
Look at that. And I got one success. I laugh in the face of my disaster.
Plus agility.
I still get one success, even though my math is excellent.
Okay, well, that's nowhere near as many as you require.
Okay.
So as you sort of press your face lovingly against the glass, that you can see that there are, 5 Australian Army issue combat shotguns with large magazines and reflex sights and recoil compensating stocks with bayonet lugs. Okay.
Well,
and
in
10
that case,
magazines. You cannot get to them.
Okay. Well, your fatal flaws make it in a glass thing. I just push it over.
Well, it's not a glass cabinet. It's tempered bulletproof glass just so you can see through a little window.
Details is all I can say.
You can hit it a lot.
We've got a shopping trolley, right?
Strength
you've got
plus
an
unarmed.
Assaultron head.
We do
From
have an
underneath the
Assaultron
plastic
head.
boxes.
Look, your complex plot pieces are confusing me at this point in time. I use a giant head. The giant head.
Okay. Big guns plus agility.
Sure.
I think you found the name for this episode, Saz and Chris. I'm using the head.
Now, at the point where it's completely useless, I get a 1 and a 2. So,
okay, that is 3 successes. You successfully open the box with the high-powered military laser Cyclops beam that melts through the gun cabinet into the shotguns and the ammunition, setting a cook-off at which you probably want to run, but there's a turnstile in the way.
this is great because there's another room next to
Somebody
it.
has to push the button for you to get in. So the only other way is for you to very quickly jump through the window.
Look, that seems right. I've got a military laser head, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Can't see what's going to go wrong with that.
No.
Or I could just lose. I mean, I could just use one of the other player characters as a human shield, right?
Yeah, but they're on the other side of the thing, covered in boxes.
Yeah, and Spooshy's not compass mentis enough at the moment to help
Okay.
you, so you're going
In
to
that
dive
case,
through the window, mate.
Yeah, in a way to save the real Kaz's character, I'll leap through a window rather than claim the.
For everybody else, whilst N.E.R.A is on the ground going, what just happened? Where these are not real boxes. Then there's a cook off of the whole bunch of shotgun shells in the other room. Just we're under attack. Rapid fire shotguns and ammunition going off.
Fireworks in a vault. They must really like us here.
One is like going to dive to the ground to cover her head. Like, fuck this.
After a few minutes, it stops because, there's only 10 magazines in there.
One is going to yell out, Maise, you alive?
I found something.
Did it survive?
No.
Shame.
It's okay. It's safe now.
Good.
Is N.E.R.A okay?
I've almost unearthed her, but she's all right.
What?
Gets back up and continues moving boxes out of the way until she unearths N.E.R.A.
They're only like a couple of kilos each. Like,
I just
they're
got
heavy enough to
interrupted.
sit and look the part from casual inspection.
Yeah, no. I think she'd done most of them until all the shotgun shells went off, and then she dove for cover, and now she's doing the rest, and N.E.R.A's out.
Yeah.
What the hell is all of this? Like, seriously, this is ridiculous. Is this a vault for ants?
Vault for drama people who fake everything.
Oh my god, it's a vault for police car chases. There's just plastic boxes somewhere so that they can run into them and they just dramatically fall. That's what this is. Must be.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've read it in thousands of books.
That's right. It's got to be like that. Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Just a question. Why did no one point out that the robot head was a giant laser thing that was really lethal? Because I just thought it was something I could smash
Did
up with.
I forget to tell you that? Sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
It was part of the from a distance plan, which you weren't quite party to that bit.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
Moving on. Is there anything towards the back?
Yes.
Of the storage boxes.
I'm going to need a intelligence plus survival roll.
Ooh. Can I do that too?
Yep.
I'm good at that one.
Because I'm assuming you're now looking for stuff because you've established the things are not as it seems.
Yeah.
One success.
N.E.R.A's susso-meter is going bonkers. One success.
Okay. Two will do it. 2 is what you need. So Mayhem is wandering around and then finds where those red marks are and goes, oh, hang on, scratches on the floor. And then those 3 boxes are heavy. They're not plastic hidden ones. And then finds a hidden switch and pushes the hidden switch, and those boxes move out of the way to reveal a secret entrance. Dun, dun, dun.
Secret tunnel. Yeah.
And also, just in the corner, there's a couple of couches, a TV, widescreen TV, and a VCR with the following movies: Ill Met by Midday, Gunfight in the OK Bayou, Vampires of New York, When Sydney Met Nancy, and so on and so forth. So, there's a couple
American Werewolf in London.
No, and Vampires of New York.
No, I'm saying there's an extra one. Bad movies in general.
Yeah, but the ones I got aren't going to infringe on any copyright.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Werewolf in Perth.
Yeah,
Leeds.
see, that's totally fine.
Most
That's
bored werewolf ever.
Yep. So, ill met by midday,
Yep.
gunfight at the OK Bayou.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the swamps. You're having a gunfight.
To avoid any copyright things, Maisie will just swipe all those because they're obviously classics at some point in time.
Yeah, Vampires in New York, When Sydney Met Nancy. And there's a comfy couch, and there's what looks to be a card game of happening, and you recognize it. It's sorcery, the eventing. You've seen this card game around. Sorcery, the eventing.
Yeah,
on the table.
Well, these are collectibles because you use them as cozies for the thing, so you can put your cups of tea on them.
Yeah,
this one's a black lotus. That's really weird. I just use that as something.
Oh, you just cut it up. That's not worth anything.
Yeah.
Because black is bad. Yeah.
Apparently there's a door here, but I've lost interest because I'm looking at the adult entertainment section of these videos.
Well, if you sit yourself down, you do find wedged into the couch a box of rainbow popcorn and a packet of Tim Tams.
Oh, that's currency.
Oh, that is currency.
But yeah, there's a door. You can go through the door as well.
I've got Tim Tams.
Or you could watch the films.
Well, Spawn is going to go open the door.
just a minute. I'm going to check the door for traps because nothing in here is as it seems. Nothing.
Yeah. At that point in time, I'll be looking for the remote control down the back of the sofa.
Yep, you find it.
And any spare change.
Yeah.
And about $20.
Oh.
Yeah, in various, loose coinage. And one knitting needle. And a couple of bobby pins.
Ooh.
All right, you can make a shrapnel bomb out of that, Maisie.
Yep, sticking my hair, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, 2 bobby pins, 1 knitting needle, box of rainbow popcorn, full unopened pack of Tim Tams, the double-coated chocolate variety.
One of my favorites.
Hand them to N.E.R.A. in that token of you got crushed by plastic crates early on, and I nearly killed the entire group by exploding stuff. So, here's some bounty. Have some Tim Tams.
Thanks. And a pin.
Tim Tams are actual currency.
A pincer arm just comes out from her backpack and puts it in her backpack. Thanks.
Very nice.
Sharing is caring.
So you're going into exploring, doing your trap thing.
Yes.
Yep. Do your rolls.
So perception plus survival for trapperage.
Yep. Trapperage.
Knowing that it's diminished. What is it? Yeah, minimum of diminished by 1.
Yeah, drops it by 2 though, doesn't it?
7. Yeah, because I'm at rank 2.
Yeah.
What's my target? 7. 10. So I got an 8 and a 9. So 2 successes.
Okay, so there are 0 traps and you have 2 to add to your thing, so you're now at maximum of 6.
Yay.
Because there weren't no traps.
That's good.
No traps.
Because it's a movie set so far.
As you go through the door, what you see is a typical command and control center.
Mm-hmm.
Happy time.
And the flicking lights stop flickering in here. The lights come up, and you've got an arrangement where you can see on the map there, of course, because you've all seen it before. because I sent it to everybody yesterday. So, you have seen the map. But there's 5 seats there. Sorry to break the illusion there, chat, but, the cast have already seen the map. Because ticking around with, black bits and, hidden maps is really annoying. So anyway, you've got 2 consoles there, 3 seats at the front, 2 at the back, 2 obviously much more senior, and the big flat panel right at the back of the end of the room. So this room is, I think, about 10 meters long by, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But it's 15 meters wide, the whole thing. The whole complex is 15 by 20. So work it out. There you go.
Yeah.
Probably about 8 meters wide.
Cool.
That is about a 8-meter wide screen. And that flicks up, and it's just sort of sitting there in standby mode. But all of the computers here are just blinking in standby mode. ACAT, that was Riddick. What are you doing next? There is I think a fire hose section. There's some secondary monitors flicking on. They're just coming up on, and not blue screen, but just in a standby mode. So obviously waiting for input.
Yeah. N.E.R.A, I have 2 questions. One, is that a computer? And 2, who do you think's paying for the electrical bills? Because, they've been on for apparently a couple of decades. Surely the bills will be a
couple of 100 years.
Computing. Yes, it's a computer. Wait, there was another answer there. I suspect the government. It's always the government, really.
Wait, am I a taxpayer?
No, definitely
thank
not.
God for that, then.
No one in Maise's family, I feel, would be caught dead paying tax.
Okay. Phew, there we go. Otherwise, we'd be smashing the place up and demanding stuff. My good tax dollars gone to powering something for the things. Fauna, what are we doing here?
I think we need N.E.R.A to do her hacky computer things. We can have a look and see if there's any fun things to loot around the room while she's doing.
Right, let's do that.
I reckon.
Your leadership is inspiring. I'm just going to start opening drawers.
I'm allowed to play?
Yes, go play. Go find out what this place is about and see if you can find us any good shit we can take with us, because they said we could take whatever we want, but there's been bugger all here. Excellent.
I'm going to hack the hell out of this computer.
Darn
You do
straight.
that. All right. So you've got your hacker perk.
I do.
And-
It's intelligence and science, yes?
And science, yes.
Cool. So that is 8, 9, 10.
And I will say, no, Spoosh has a 0 because Spoosh is actually rather conveniently, because Spoosh dropped out, can't help.
So my hacker decreases the difficulty by 1, and I got a 1 and a 3.
So that would be 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it 4 successes effectively.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you hack the system because the maximum number of successes you get. Yeah. So N.E.R.A now all of a sudden has an asymmetrical 80s hairdo, hackers style. As the system fires up. As you do this, and your fingers start, your little Muppet fingers start pushing keys and moving things around, the displays all flick up, and you can see that it is a map of Sydney and the surrounds. Sydney, not cinders.
Mm-hmm.
Right? and it's starting to pick up all the vaults in the Sydney region. Military, government, civilian, and private. So, the local vaults, the public access vaults, the shitty little Pulowski ones, it's like the map's starting to populate with all of these. And as you do some more magic and you get your next success, it's starting to bring up all the military bases and high value installations to a defense organization. And of course, then you can see that there's some documents flick up and you realize, oh, this is Australian Army Defence Signals and Intelligence Corps. This is a spook command and control center. Yeah, I thought N.E.R.A might be happier about that.
I know.
So it flicks up HMS Cuttable, and you see a report about HMS Cuttable being there being a mutiny there. It's showing all the vaults, as I say, all the public vaults, all the government vaults, everything, all the private ones, all the experimental vaults. And you now realize that all of this was in there's like a vault almanac, right? There's because you see that, and it dawns on you, you now know how the Voltomancers work.
Yes, I do. I'm the cutest Voltomancer of all.
So you basically now know when each and every vault is going to open. And you were able to download that.
Guys,
Yeah, what have you found?
we are so rich, I can't even tell you.
Yeah, no, I've got a stapler.
Oh, I'm really happy for you.
And I've got a really comfy chair. It's actually got room for my what?
Yeah, it is a very comfy chair.
What did you find?
Behold, I have all of the vaults, and I know when they're going to open.
Fawn is going to swear a lot of things that are really not appropriate for the Meeples channel, and just end it with "Holy Jesus crap."
As you continue and move on to your third success, the map flicks up and shows you other strategic assets, like the location of HMAS Waterhen and how that was overrun by you're getting like old real-time reports, old time as data is coming in. That was overrun by the enemy. It highlights Lucas Heights nuclear reactor. And I really honestly just, getting out of character here for a minute, didn't expect you to kill Kai. This is the bit where Kai was going to go, Mount Doom. But, he's dead now. So, yeah.
Have to send regards.
Kaz will apologise for that next time. So,
Effing
No,
Jazz
she
for Kai.
won't.
really bad.
And also, I'd just like to point out, you should expect this by now.
Yeah,
Be it on your own head. You
Yeah.
gave us something to play with, and we absolutely broke it.
I know.
So,
But,
Mayhem will go right up to N.E.R.A and says, "Is there an Arnott's factory on there?"
Hold the
No.
line, please.
But as more things come up, Mayhem's eyes light up.
It's a Sarah Lee factory.
There's going on. There's a Poseidon Energy Wargamma Dam. Oh, there's a radar, an active radar and sonar tracking station that's still active at Fort Denison. HMAS Platypus Naval Base was overrun, but the submarine pens with 2 mothballed, fully functional submarines are still green.
Aquatic adventure, anyone?
Baby.
So the downside you realize is HMAS Platypus no longer with us. It's now a theme park. Theme park. It's a place. Is in the Bridgerton's territory.
Oh, that's okay. Yes, I can deal with them.
And then, as you get your 4th and final success, a big light on the board flicks on to the Cockatoo Island Naval Dockyard. And N.E.R.A's eyes light up as the data scrolls. And N.E.R.A realizes that both HMAS Brisbane, a nuclear-powered frigate, and the USS Coral Sea aircraft carrier with a full complement of all of its aircraft are still operational at Cockatoo Island Naval Dockyard.
Hey, guys.
Yes.
Can we go play?
Depends. Is it books or other stuff?
Oh, yeah, I like books too. Oh, it's not books, but it's almost as good.
What's almost as good?
An aircraft carrier with lots of things that go up in the sky and lots of things that go boom.
I feel like Maisie should light up at this, to be honest. Get very excited.
Wait, hold on. That just described Sloosh about 20 minutes ago. He did exactly that.
He did, yes.
He did.
He did.
So, also, okay. How do we trace the screen to copy these things, or is there a...
Can I just download it?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can just
Cool.
download it.
N.E.R.A's eyes will turn blue and then again. Everything's Morse code tonight.
I thought green was good. I thought blue was not good.
No, green
No,
is
red
good. Blue
Red.
is downloading stuff. Red, run.
Okay. Colorblind.
So yes, you have identified that on Cockatoo Island Naval Dockyard there is a Charles F. Adams class destroyer that is interfaced with the island defenses, and a Nimitz class carrier also at the naval dockyard with the AI of the ship running the defenses of the entire establishment, both HMAS Brisbane and USS Coral Sea.
Go play.
Does it let you talk to the AIs through the Spook network? Okay.
No. Well, N.E.R.A hasn't tried.
Okay. Because we might want to find out if the AI wants to be your friend, N.E.R.A, so you can go play. So long as... So why don't you send out a friendly hello? Not a creepy one, just a friendly one, because you're a bit excitable right now.
This isn't some sort of dating thing, is it? Am I missing something?
I mean, it can be. We haven't really explored that part of N.E.R.A's personality, so if they want.
I mean, no judgment here. I'm just curious if this is kind of like there's an online dating thing that goes on here.
My original protocol is for reading children's books. Maybe not.
I mean, some of the children's books are quite complex these days. So there's a lot. If it's early teens, I mean, there's a lot of romance there.
I'm going to start writing an email to the AI.
Okay. And what is in said email? Just general gist is fine for the moment.
Greetings, fellow intelligent interface. It's essentially to the tune of yo yo yo, what's up? It's your girl N.E.R.A coming at ya. Want to hang sometime? It'd be really cool. You up? It is not a booty call. It's just a you up.
Right. So it's a sup email.
Yeah, it's a sup message at like 3 in the afternoon, not 2 a.m. Very different sup messages.
Right. Yeah, we're gonna need a roll for this, and I have absolutely no idea what we're gonna need. So I
feel like speech would be involved.
I'm thinking charisma and speech. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Cool. Charisma of 6 and speech of 2. And I got a 4 and a 7.
Okay, so you managed to craft an email.
Yes, sir / madam.
To whom it may concern.
Like Maisie and Fauna like putting in suggestions
behind,
hence the partial fail.
And you sign it off with Boom Shanker, right? Yeah. Dear fascist bastard. Yeah. No, wrong TV show. Hey kiddies, if you have never watched The Young Ones, I highly recommend that you do. And then once you finish watching The Young Ones, please do yourself a favor, get a copy of The Dangerous Brothers with Rick Mail and Adrian Edmondson, because then you will understand the joke, your trousers have set fire to the zebra. The most impressive line in all of Western civilization.
That's a very tall order.
Oh, it is. It is just hands down the best. Fly zebra. Anyhow,
back on target.
Back on track. It's a fairly decent, friendly, for N.E.R.A.
N.E.R.A.
Email. You succeeded. You got your intention across.
Mm-hmm.
And a small but curt message comes back. Acknowledged. Stay off this channel.
Okay, talk to you soon. Bye.
But it's just like TTYL.
Yeah.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah.
But yes, you now kind of know where fucking aircraft carrier is.
Fun.
Don't say I don't give you anything.
Yeah. Although I feel that is, something for the later. Maisie's looking for the now. There was a colonel that's supposed to be in here. I want the epaulets and I want the stuff. Where's the stuff?
Well, there's another room yet. You haven't looked at the other room.
Well, I don't know about the other room. I was busy going through boxes and blowing things up. I mean...
Yeah, well, the boxes are all prop boxes. There's a whole series of bedrooms.
Bedrooms?
Yeah, there's 5 of them. You might have noticed there's a theme here with 5. There's 5 fake office chairs for them to sit there going like this whenever anyone comes in looking like they're doing work. 4 plus 1
sorry.
in the...
Brass pretending to work? No.
No, soldiers. And then, up in the other side, on the other side of the wall to the command center, there are 5 beds and 3 showers because, you don't need 5 showers for 5 people.
Oh,
Like
that'd just
3
be
is more
excessive.
than enough.
Hmm.
Yeah. I even drew in the little toilets. Be impressed.
Not enough clearance.
Yeah.
Close enough.
I'm gonna take Fauna to go in.
Each one of those boxes is a meter, so there is.
Not for Fauna. There's not. Fauna's got a tail.
Yeah, well, they weren't designing for mutated
You just got to sit forward, not backwards.
roos of
right.
unusual size. Yeah, just pop on it, tech bro style, round the wrong way.
Okay. We desperately need to find stuff of value.
Well, what you do find is in the 4 rooms, there are on each of the beds, all bar one, is a skeleton. And to save the rolling, because we're getting towards the end of the night, you can tell that basically the skeleton's been laid out, and the uniform and the boots and the dog tags are all folded up very nicely and neatly at the base of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
There is a colonel's rank 1, which I forget what it is in the Australian one, but it's like with a scroll and a cross sword and a pip, I believe. But it's been a long time since I've looked at Australian military ranks. And so, boots, uniform at the back, at the base, done in a very respectful way. The body has been put on the bed, it's decomposed. You can see stains on the blankets where all of the body body goo has decomposed away over time. And very clearly see a entry wound at the back of the skull of every single one of them. And to save on, speculation, by a silenced 10mm pistol.
So they died of natural causes. Okay, we got that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They all fell on a bullet.
Yes.
And there is evidence, if you do medical, of advanced levels of starvation.
Right.
This is going to get the various uniforms and bits because it's like, kind of bleeding.
Oh, yeah, you got 5 nice uniforms. They're all very nicely and neatly folded up, and boots, dog tags, and, got all the military bits and bobs.
Is there any any ID cards or anything? That,
yeah. There's that sort of stuff as well. Yeah,
give those to N.E.R.A,
wallets.
I'm sure.
Thanks. Straight in the
ID
backpack.
Yep. There's the odd, book as well, N.E.R.A.
I was just thinking about those.
There's reading material.
Is it self-published?
No.
Oh,
These are actual proper books and magazines, periodicals, ephemera.
Technical manuals.
So yeah, there's a couple of those in the drawers in the office.
Joy.
And
It's all going in the backpack.
departmental missives and policy manuals.
It will be archived for posterity. It's going in the backpack. All of it.
Yeah. It's probably all up, probably about 40 odd different publications of various different variety.
I've hit
Around.
load.
Fit that in her backpack.
How do you know what fits in my backpack?
All
I'm asking.
A lady never
fairly good condition. Although a couple of novels have been well thumbed through and looking a little bit fall aparty. One of them is Flashman. Yeah, because, good book, that one.
Mhm.
And the other one is Sundiver by David Brin. Because do yourself a favor, folks, go read that. Very good book. Highly recommend it.
N.E.R.A's just chuckling to herself, going on an aircraft carrier. Book. backpack. Going on an aircraft carrier. Backpack. Do.
Is there, so while N.E.R.A is happily singing to herself and archiving all these lovely things that she's found, and Mayhem is definitely stripping off all of the bling, is there anything else of value?
Oh, yeah, there's still 3 other gun cabinets that you haven't broken into yet.
Yes! Okay, let's go, but not melt the gun cabinets this time.
Yeah,
Fauna's going to call over.
I'm going to
Maise,
suggest
let's go.
that was not a good approach.
Let's use your lock picking skills this time so we can get you some boom boom sticks.
I want the Assaultron head back when you guys are done. Magazine.
Fauna's just going to take it off Maise and give it back to N.E.R.A just in case.
It was for science.
So agility
absolutely.
plus lock picking is what you need.
Yeah. One success.
Okay, not enough.
I will just say, also we have 6 AP in the kitty. You can burn those.
Yeah, because at the end of the night, you can actually burn them and get, what, another 6 would get you 3, 4.
Yeah, I believe in Fauna.
No, 1, 2, no, 3.
So
3.
Will get you 3.
I just rolled. I don't have any particular skills in lockpicking, but my agility's 4 and I got 2 3s.
Okay, so if we then assume that Maisie is assisting Fauna and not
Teaching
the other
her.
way around,
Yes.
because you need 3 successes to bust into these things, then you have got into the cabinet that is at the back near the toilets there, which has
Missile launchers. Lasers.
this one has laser carbines in it. So basically laser rifles with short barrels. And there are 2. There's 5 of them. And there are 2 cartridges for each one. So 5 laser carbines, 10 laser packs, as in magazines for it.
Cool.
There is another gun cabinet in the command and control center. That one seems to have sidearms. 10mm pistols. And you destroyed the shotguns.
No, we carefully disabled them from harming others.
We did science without Spoosh. Is what happened.
He's licking carpet around the back. I just leave him alone.
And
And
though
just bumping
the
into
results
things
were
occasionally.
dramatic, they weren't as drastically destructive as Spoosh's science.
Fauna would call it still a success. No one died. The building did not collapse. We're fine.
Technically, we did kill someone that was important to the plot lines, but
Yeah,
Details.
nothing unusual because they were the only one who actually had the code to open up the box, the suitcase.
Okay. But he threw a number.
For now.
Yeah.
He threw
But
a number
hey,
out. Maybe something comes of
Spoosh
that.
remembers the number and nothing else. So you got the
just-
number.
We'll get him off. We'll get it off him later. It's fine.
So to round out the session, are you gonna open the box? Are you gonna use Spoosh's number?
sure. I mean, I have a huge amount of skin in this game, so yeah, what could go wrong?
Well, remember, you're going to be in the game that decides what's actually this is all about. So,
Again, that seems to be a long-term objective and foresight, which I'm not really showing at this point in time. But
That's future, not Cass's problem.
yeah,
Larry, Curly, or Mo. Because, I had to give them names on the fly, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to say let's open it so that we can then deal with the contents next session.
Contents, consequences.
Bit of both.
Okay.
Bit
Yeah.
of both. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take Spooshy while he's in his
So-
Rain Man state to just rattle off the numbers and open the damn thing.
In very, very ASMR dramatic fashion, you punch in the numbers that Spoosh repeats at you one at a time, excruciatingly. Bearing in mind that this suitcase already has 2 of the 4 destruction red lights lit up. As trembly little hands punch in the numbers, because I'm going to assume you don't trust Spoosh to do it.
God,
Oh, I was
no.
about to say, are we making it canon that Spoosh has tiny hands?
I have to take my good hand.
Well, he might have, Tyrannosaurus arms.
I think I kind of want Spoosh to open it now with his tiny hands.
I was assuming N.E.R.A was doing it, but, if canon is now... Sorry, Joel.
Not sorry, Joel.
Not sorry, Joel.
The Spoosh has little Tyrannosaurus hands.
Yep.
Yeah, let's go with that.
He can neither confirm nor deny. That's his fault, not mine.
I'm so sorry, Joel. I'm going to have to Photoshop your little character to give you tiny dinosaur arms. I'm so sorry.
We could ask him. Anyone not in favor of Spoosh having tiny dinosaur arms, raise your tiny dinosaur arms right now. Anyone?
I see no tiny dinosaur arms raised. No.
Same. So obviously no one's against this. So there we have it. Spoosh has part been Chickenosaurus.
Yay!
That's his deep, dark secret.
And the reason he got into science to fix his
Reason he got
unseemly affliction.
kicked out of the exclave
Yeah.
because he is already
They found
mutant.
out.
But as Spoosh, with his tiny little dinosaur T-Rex hands, beep, 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 32 times, right, gets the number in. There is a like noise as the pressure inside the case opens. A little bit of white, very bright white light around the edge of seam of the case. And, Spoosh with his tiny little dinosaur hands is going to slowly open it, and it's like it creaks open because it's really hard to do that when you got tiny dinosaur arms that sit up like this all the time that we'd never noticed before, but now it's a thing.
How does he
Sorry,
always Pip
Joel,
Boy?
not sorry.
I think
That's
you had
why
a
he's not very
prosthetic.
good with a firearm because, he's got these tiny little hands that point to the ground. He's really good at shooting the ground, though. And so anyway, the suspense as, he gets his little hands to flip it up and then has to quickly get them underneath to catch it and pushes and flips it open. And it opens and you can see there's a big red button.
Yes! Fauna wants to push it.
And a counter that seems to be counting down each second
How long does it
N.E.R.A.
have?
can do the calculations very quickly in her head and realizes in real time that it's the 17th of May when we have our special cast doing the It Fell Out Back special edition where we find out via them and the madness that they are going to do because they are in the vault what it actually was. But there's still a little red button. Well, big red button.
Folks.
Do you want to push the button?
Yes.
Push the shiny red button.
We just Fauna and N.E.R.A. just button smashed together.
A little display lights up. Do not push this button again.
Fauna pushes it again.
Dude, let's press this button again.
Yeah.
That's all that happens. The display lights up with, do not push this button again. The counter just still ticks down at the appropriate time.
I think we've all learned a lot today.
Yeah. Push the button. Kill robots from a distance. Sorry, N.E.R.A. And, you know, sploosh unconscious is a fun sploosh.
And aircraft carriers.
Yeah,
sort of weekend at Bernie's, but, you know, with Spoosh instead.
Oh, it was more that Kai's dying moment, rather than saying something meaningful, was a 32-bit code, which is like just, you know, I don't want to suppose that Kai was there. And this was all precipitated by a sexist robot. I mean, had it not just you know,
yeah,
this would have never happened.
As you've done all of this, Posey wheels into the command and control center.
Hello.
All four of her arms have some kind of firearm
Oops.
in them. Sorry, 3 of the arms have a firearm in them. And one... Now, mainly, they're pointing backwards because her arms face backwards.
Mm-hmm.
In the other one, she has a washer inscribed on it, and her face looks like grim determination. One arm puts down a firearm, and she kind of sort of turns herself to her side, gets, you know, sort of like she's turning on her side towards the big map on the wall, holds up the washer and points at Lucas Heights nuclear facility and says, "The ring."
Can Sploosh raise his arms in terror at that moment in time?
And I think that's where we'll cut tonight's episode and finish with Posey with the ring. And you now officially, properly know where Mount Doom is.
Dum, dum, dum.
But Kai's dead, so, you know, part of the fellowship. Perhaps Kai was Boromir all along.
Nah. Not enough arrows.
Oh, there was certainly a very large number of arrows in that bag that you had.
I feel like Kai met with the slings and arrows of fortune. Big time.
Yeah. It's nothing more than he deserved. He spent way too much time with Lord of the Rings and didn't broaden his horizons. Don't at me, Lord of the Rings fans. You know I'm right.
Well, at least we didn't get the Tom Bombadil bit.
Oh, thank God.
We were never, you know, because it's a pointless part of that book.
Could have been that we could have sung, because that's part of what happens in Tom Bombadil.
Correction, some of us could have sung.
Yeah, but we got our song on So we got the singing and dancing.
We had
got
our
the
musical
singing.
theatre episode.
Yeah.
You are so glad you missed that. Not Kaz.
No, he's really not. It was great.
Was it?
Yeah. See, I'm going to
Yeah.
have to put a request in with Briefcase when he runs the Vault episode to at least have singing so that we can have a song in
One musical
every
number.
single in every single episode.
One of the ideas I was throwing out, what happens when the red button was Whitfield Saturday Night came on to every device in the planet, but that was immediately thrown away. But Saturday nights, we could just do a rendition of that and been kicked off the air forever. Moving on to
Yeah, absolutely. Oh well, no, it's not a copyright violation if you sing it yourself. It's only if
it just rends the soul, I think, is the problem.
Yeah, fair enough. So we're going to go off the air. We're going to have a round of everybody telling us who they are, except for Joel, because he's not here. So I will sign off on Joel's behalf with my little T-Rex arms. Hi. Well, that's incorrect, Nightbot. Heironymous Spoosh is being played by the GM with his little T-Rex arms. So Nightbot lies and is wonderfully played by the very talented and bearded Mr. Loreman, who you can find there at twitter.com/Mr. Loreman. Next on my list shall be Piggles.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Piggles. And you can find me, God, where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram, where not only can you see the very, very quick sketch of the fan art that I drew during the session, that will also be sent over to our lovely producer, Saz, so she can pop it on the Meeples channel at her request. So you can all see the lovely thing of N.E.R.A writing on the back of the little bracketing system that Fauna carries with her. So you can find that on my Instagram, which is just Piggles, or on Threads as well.
Awesome. That doesn't leave too many people left. Decision. Oh, Nephthys.
Hi, I'm NephthysNile. I've been playing N.E.R.A, your National External Recovery Automaton, your friendliest little homicidal robot. You can catch me on the internets anywhere as Nephthys, N-E-P-H-T-H-Y-S, Nile, N-I-L-E, like the river. I am currently running one shot for Vampire the Masquerade that I wrote called Blood of My Blood. If you search that, you will find it. You can find me on my socials. I'm waxing lyrical about all the things that I'm doing this year. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It is.
On that, both Nephthys and I are heading over to DragonCon, and we'll be running games at DragonCon. So if you happen to find yourself in the United States of America and at DragonCon, then you can sign up for either of our tables, because we will be there.
Or just come and say hi.
Yeah, all that too. But you could come play Traveller with me, because, it's old school Traveller, and what's not to love about a 1970s game that doesn't even have an experience system?
Come play Vampire the Masquerade with me instead. So much better.
You say. Next is our absolutely outstanding give it up for our special guest, not Cass, not Shadowmere, Mr. Wenty.
Okay, well, that again, please, T-Rex arms cheering. From there, I've been not Kaz. I will not be appearing in Radiant Shadows next week. Saz is that's the next week. So go and see the amazing Kaz perform in this one. Thank you for everyone for putting up with my complete knowledge of the rules, what we were doing, the plot line, the complex character interactions, and being able to put this wonderful Kaz voice on all the time that it just
Yeah.
mirrored it, and killing off a cast member because he's just never coming back after, being on one show with me. So I'm so sorry.
No,
Hey,
look
it was at a
proud.
level that the rest of us are at, really.
Yeah, you
and
achieved
eliminating
a lot and wonderfully so.
Yes.
major plot character as well, just
Yeah.
dead.
Beautiful work. Mwah.
No, DeeTwenty, absolutely love your work every single time, mate, that we've played. It has just been outstanding, chaotic, and
Yes, I was going to say, Chris, perhaps you want to take some medication if you continue on this vein, or go and lie down for at least half an hour after this.
dude,
Thank
even
you
when
so
you're
much.
trying to play it straight, I can see that you just can't. And I'm totally here for that as GM.
Sure.
It's just awesome. So final shout out to our absolutely wonderful producer, Saz from Meeples and Dragons, who sits in the background and holds this thing of barbed wire, spit, and gaffer tape together that we call Fallout Australia. It fell out back. Totally impromptu. Totally, oh my God, what the hell is going on? I don't even know most of the time, and I'm writing this. In fact, I don't even know what it is. That's what the 17th of May episode is all about. Yeah, run an entire campaign not knowing what your actual major plot device is. Why not? Seat of your pants GMing. This is awesome. And finally, I have been Anthanum, your GM. You can find me at Anthanum pretty much everywhere. And that's because I'm Chris Anthanum, a little flower. Oh. But anyway, thanks for joining us. Thanks for staying with us. See you next time in 2 weeks, where more crazy and chaos and death and destruction will ensue. So thanks for coming along. We are going to raid out to our absolute friend Mike Moans. Mike is Mike painting tonight? Yeah. Mike is always painting. So Mike's in the UK. Hang around, give some love to Mike, and the rest of the Meeples offering, so Radiant Shadows and all the other things. And yeah, we will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.